Welcome back to the podcast, Full Profits Podcast, but this is an episode of Sports Punch. Keep too tall. What's happening with you, my guy?
I'm all good, my boy. I'm doing good. Life's good.
Hmm.
Big weekend, coming up right now in Chicago. So
Okay.
definitely ready for that. And a
Okay.
lot of good sports going on this weekend too.
All right, definitely. Well, let's get into it. You said you want to kick it off with a big fuck you.
Oh yeah,
Let's get to it.
couple big fuck yous. No disrespect in a way, but just still fuck y'all. Fuck the Packers. Rivalry week.
Oh,
Big division game.
that's right. I forgot all about that. So, fuck the Packers, but go ahead. Say what
Fuck
you
the
got to say.
Packers. And then it's more of a come on, man, just go ahead and sell the team. Fuck you, Jerry Reinsdorf. I went to the Bulls game last night. It was embarrassing last night. How just they just got this team together. I mean, we hurt, yes, but like we ain't gonna be really see how we really are until we healthy. But y'all just if you continue to watch what's on this going on this floor and this team, and think this is gonna get y'all in the playoffs or like any type of like relevancy back to some type of decent play. But we
Mm-mm.
know how he really feel about the team as far as like trying even getting them somewhat good at all. He don't care about that. He rather
As long
care
as attendance is good, brother.
exactly like we continue to be top five, top 10 in attendance every year, and we haven't won nothing since Jordan. And I mean, we got lucky. We D Rose, Ben Gordon, Luol Deng. We built that team, but it's we got to do something. Make some trades, but we keep extending GMs and coaches that haven't done anything since they've been here. So
Yeah, and we know we understand that, but we're just gonna say it to everyone else. Why y'all keep going to the games when you know they suck like a motherfucker?
yeah, I mean it's that Jordan era that he's still living off of. Like people, it's a global, so it's like around the world, Chicago Bulls as well. So when people come to Chicago, they're like, I have to go to see the Jordan statue.
But the
I have
thing
to,
about it is, when you get break it down, there's an understanding that people are fanatics. They are
yeah,
fans of not
sure.
just the sport of
That's
basketball. They're fans of what Michael Jordan did, or just the Chicago
Bulls.
culture, or just the Chicago Bulls. They're fans of that. So they log on, they sign up, they go to games and all that because if you've been to a game, you know the atmosphere there is pretty good. You know, when you're there at a game, it's
Yeah,
fun to be at a game. It's fun to be there and see Benny the Bull getting off and doing what he does and be amongst that atmosphere. That's fun. That's a beautiful thing to do. But we know that they're not winning. We know that they're not trying to win. We know that they won't be winning anything soon. The last time we seen anything close to that was with Derrick Rose. But I always said that we were a player away. You needed a Carmelo Anthony to come here and be able to close games out and put up 25 to 28 points a game, and be a sure thing. We didn't have one of those. So I said the ride with that is going to only take it as far as D Rose and that team could make it happen. And that was going to be the as far as that could go. So Jerry Reinsdorf is going to continue to be the owner and not really give a fuck because it's lining his pockets. And
yeah,
that spot with that attendance is going to remain the same. So as long as he doesn't see no need to change anything or see a need to change anything, he will not be doing that. And everybody knows that. I'm a lover of basketball. So I watch basketball. I will watch any game that I find pleasing or when I want to see certain players play. All right, I will log on and figure out. I will log on to Amazon Prime or one of these little apps and watch a game. You
yeah.
know, I will proudly do that. But to sit there and not see that we're not winning and we're not going to win is something that I just won't participate in. You know. Now, yes, I will give my hard earned money to go to a game. Who was playing last night? Because I was asleep.
We played the Pacers.
Okay, and I was not just sleep. I was out. I was out hanging out with Sarah F. Right. So me and Sarah F. Caught up after she came back from her trip to Australia. So
Yeah,
me and her caught up. You know, she's doing well. She had a great time over there. We was talking, shooting shit. All right, had a great time with her. But I was out, didn't see the game.
yeah.
Um, in the Eastern Conference, as up and down as the Eastern Conference has been for the past few years since LeBron left, and he's not the dominant force in the East. the East has pretty much been up for the taking. Even with Giannis there, the East has been up for the taking. And you would have thought that somebody would have came and said, "Hey, Jerry, if you give me the space, we can make a run and sneak in for 2 or 3 years, or not sneak in. We can charge into there for the next 2 or 3 years and have a great chance of winning a championship or being a contender." But that's not happening. The money that they spent on guys that were okay guys or guys that were just good enough to do a certain thing, but they're not spending money like that to make it a hard charge for no championships. We see that, we pay attention to that, we know that. So like you were saying, fuck Jerry Reinsdorf. Um, Same thing with going on with the Sox. He owns the Sox as well. That no hard charge going on there, but whatever. I'm not management. I don't get paid to do anything like that. So I
And,
can help though.
and my thing is like, if you go, try to build your team through the draft, though, at least be able to draft legit good players. Like, there's been some hits and misses here and there, so it's been, holding up. Or if the ones you did have, you didn't hold on long enough to see them actually grow to be who they were. So it's just we just in kind of in that middle, that purgatory. But often I'm actually gonna get back to them later in our segment, hooping the horn. But right now, Bears versus Packers, the hottest thing, and the hottest ticket in the city. Well, they in Lambeau, but like the hottest team in Chicago right now, best team, 9-3, going against the 8-3-1 Green Bay Packers. Huge, huge motherfucking game, honestly. Like I said, we was gonna go 1-1 this season against them, but we really need to go 2-0 because like for us to really keep this spot in the NFC North, wanted to win the division, and also hopefully try to like actually try to get this number one spot to get a bye. But yeah, man, it's a lot of bulletin board material being out there thrown by both teams. Kind of when we first got Ben Johnson, he kind of threw some shots at Matt LaFleur and the Packers. The Packers kind of like been bitching about that pretty much, and like their whole team. I think
Mhm.
Michael Parsons was talking about trying to get respect, and he hate the Bears because the disrespect that he's been. I guess they've been hearing from Chicago or just the Bears period. But I'm like Michael Parsons, you just got to this team. Like when the disrespect was happening, you was a Dallas Cowboy.
He's a Dallas
That-
Cowboy. It was fuck the Cowboys too. So he gonna hear it. He definitely gonna hear it, and because he's a key and integral part of what they have going on in that organization. I'm sure there's stuff being said about him as well. I'm sure
yeah,
he's feeling that, or maybe he's charging himself up. Remember,
true, yeah.
players got
I
to get
mean, which I don't
themselves
blame
amped
him.
up for games and stuff.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that, but like, relax, like, come on. But it's all up. We want the smoke.
Of course, we're not
We
running from
want
that.
all that, like, just build up. And I've been watching like a few interviews from like actually best players that's like, Brandon Wright, our right tackle, who've been playing lights out, like being known as one of the top right tackles in the league right now. Why his play has been so well. I found out why, and then a couple of players like Kevin Byard and Nashawn Wright, they had a little interview together about what's been going on. They lead the league and take away both of them. Nashawn Wright got like 7 or 8,
Okay,
and then Kevin Byard got like six. He got six interceptions, but Nashawn Wright got like 8. That's including forced fumbles, fumble recoveries, and picks.
okay. Are you willing? So before you go any further, hold your spot. Remember your thought. Are you willing to make a bet on that game? If you were a betting man, would you make a bet? Would you make a bet on that game?
I already did. I made a bet with
Oh,
one of the twins from work,
okay.
$20, like friendly little $20 bet. He always bet against the Bears, so it's like he pick and choose when he want to bet against me. But I picked the Bears to beat the Packers. He picking the Packers to beat the Bears, $20. Um, last I think we bet twice already. He won one, I won one. So this is kind of like the winner right here, the deal
Mhm.
breaker. So yeah, like I mean, the way why betting right, like I would bet legit because the way Ben Johnson, man, like I was watching like the all 22 plays and just other NFL analysts breakdowns of the Bears play calling, man, and like it's so detailed. And, like he got like legit your receivers in motion, your tight ends coming in to block key defenders. And what I feel confident about, like our line is top 3, top 5 in the league right now. if not the best one. And Darnell Wright been playing crazy. He been going against some good people. Like what he did against Brian Burns, kind of like contained him, had blocked him when dude was trying to do a spin that he get usually good get dudes on with.
Mhm.
He just pushed that man down inside his hand with his left hand and set that man down. T.J. Watt, he had to warm up. Like he let that one play where Caleb got sacked in the end zone, lost the ball, it became a touchdown. So, but he settled in. You didn't hear much of J.J. Watt after that. Who else? He just played last week against Jalen Carter, the guy who we drafted for instead of Jalen Carter. Was putting him on his ass. Made him work for it. Was bullying him, and so much that man got to had to have surgery on both his shoulders.
Ooh, we,
So
we need guys like that. We need big bruisers, big bullying motherfuckers on the offensive line. We need big bullying minds like that. Man, get y'all ass back while you're over here protecting this dude. Man, go sit down somewhere. Hell yeah, go
yes,
take a get with the flapjack segment they got over there on
yeah, the pancake.
yeah, the pancake session that they got going on over there
A
with
lot of
Greeny in the morning and everything like that. Yeah, get some of them pancakes, boy. We need guys to protect the quarterback. We got to keep dudes solid and fresh as long as they can.
that.
So fuck the Packers. You took a $20 bet. What you thinking as far as the score? You think it's gonna be a high 20s, high 30s game, or you think it's gonna be a solid defensive game?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like they got pretty much one of the top defensive lines and defense in the league, and we got one of the top offenses and offensive lines in the league. So it's going. This is where it's going to be meet right in the middle and see who really better. I think it's going to be like a mid to low 20-point game, like 24, 20, 21, 24. Our way. Uh,
Okay.
27, 20. It could be 27, 24, low key too, but. It's gonna be cold. I think it's gonna be a little defensive struggle battle more than I would like.
Mm-hmm.
But there will be some plays made on both sides that will keep the game going and entertained. I think it will be great game actually. For game of the week, 325 game on Fox.
I thought I was talking to my buddy from where I work, and he said they pushed it to 4 o'clock or something like that. Is that true? I'm about to look online right now. He said they pushed to 4 o'clock. They should have just made it a Monday night game. I mean a Sunday night game because it's
I thought they probably thought they were going to do that, but for some reason I do like the 325 game. Like they call it the game of the week on Fox, so it give you that game of the week like vibes. Pretty much all the other games is over at that point, besides like the Sunday night game. And the Sunday night games ain't been hitting like that to me. So it's one of those like it could get weird, but I think that mid game, like not too much waiting because I hate waiting to like mid Sunday night games anyway for like a bear game. Like
yeah, it does say 325. It don't seem like there was a change in it. It says
no, so
325.
I think when he said that, I think he meant that like because the game was originally at noon.
Oh, it
And
was okay. Okay.
they flexed it to 325, so that's probably what he meant. Like it went from noon to 4, or I guess he thought I mean, three. If he meant 4 p. Eastern, then that's what he probably
Yeah.
meant.
Ravens, Steelers, Saints, Buccaneers. Nothing. I really care too much about Browns, Titans, and then that night game is going to be Texans, Chiefs. We
Which
we can get into later. I was just looking at the schedule for that today. So yeah. So
yeah,
moving along, I of course for that game we're gonna ride out with the Bears. We're gonna say bear down. We're gonna say that the
mhm.
Bears gonna get that game. It's gonna be I'm gonna go back to the same scores that I keep putting up because I think that's kind of where they usually are, a 27 to 20, 27 to 24 game or something like that.
Yeah.
Unless somebody can get up to like 30, 35.
I mean,
Um,
literally, yeah, true. I mean, if he gets to like 30 on both sides, that'd be great too. That means the game busting, the game going good, and don't necessarily mean that no defense being played, but like maybe like the defense came through and made some plays.
hmm
Difference.
hmm
But yeah, like we both last year we went 1-1 last year. We lost pretty much on the block hit, which should have been a flag thrown because the can't touch the center or the snapper, reach over their back, whatever. And then we beat them on the field goal last year. So it was really close games. And I think it's gonna be one of those really good games that live up to the hype. We actually good this year and they good, so it's gonna be a great game. But
All right. All right.
I wanted to talk about the CP3 treatment and how it used
Ooh.
to happen with the LA Clippers, how they kind of cut
Ooh.
him loose, and like even though this is like his retirement year, like you couldn't just wait till
Ooh.
April to let him
It's a
ride
dirty
out.
situation, man. So historically, we know CP3 is a hard charging guy. We know him as a floor
Yeah,
general, a point guard, a specialist at his job. But we also know him for a guy that is a bulldog or a pit bull because he's one of the smallest guys on the court, but he's fearless and he's competitive. Here in what year 19 or 20,
yeah,
you can still be that same guy, but you're not as effective. So as loud as your bite is, your bark has to be as well. And we don't see, I guess, the Clippers having that great of a record as far as wins and losses, do we?
yeah.
Like, are they known for winning right now, or anything like that?
No,
So,
they like 6 or 17 right now.
okay. So originally, my thought was that it was a setup. Lawrence Frank and them got him out of there. They, they wanted to make him look bad, but then I went back and I thought about like, why would they want a guy like that who's trying to retire in one of the places that he had his best years with Lob City, with Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, and Matt Barnes, I think was there on that team, Lou Williams
Mhm.
and guys like that. Why would they want to make him look bad if he was in a situation, if he was such a contributor to that squad and he helped push the Clippers culture along right to where they are right now? Why would they want to do that? When you just go back to who CP3 possibly is. A guy who can be shrewd, a shrewd operator, a guy that can be offensive to a younger generation of guys and players that we live in. And then I go online, bro, and I see these clips on X or what they call
Mhm.
Twitter now. I see these clips of Tyronn Lue. If that's you, Tyronn Lue, only you know, but I'll see it. I see James Harden talking to CP3. Did you see these same clips? They're
Yeah,
talking to one another and they don't like what's going on between one another. So
right.
CP3 don't like it. He goes sit down. They keep practicing. They say, no, we're going to practice like this.
Hmm.
It's alleged that CP3 wants to practice a different way. I want to run plays. I don't want to be free form. I think we should set up plays and come down and do things like this. We shouldn't just be out here just doing anything on the court. I see Tyronn Lue go, fuck CP. Fuck CP. And he grabs the ball and he shoots the ball.
We don't need no name.
You
We need
understand what
all
I'm
of that.
saying? We don't need this. We don't need that. We don't need this. We don't need that. So it can also come down to egos and CP3 not understanding where his place is right now in the NBA. Here's the reason why I don't like it, because it's a bad look, and it also says to management and those who are in higher positions than you are that it's okay to let these NBA veterans go and change the way the game is played. So who's going to teach the young fellas how the game should go?
Yeah.
Who's going to teach the young fellas with this? It's okay to be 35, 40 years old and still balling. Now, if you're paying attention, the same thing can happen to Giannis, Dame Lillard, Zion Williamson,
Mhm.
uh, uh, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine. The same thing can happen to them where you hit a certain age and they'll just start trading you from this team and they'll trade you to that team. Then you look up and you won't be on a damn team no more,
That's
right?
pretty much the tell sign. Like when it really start, like just let you just go anywhere. You just start signing with anybody. 1 year deals, quick little five, mil maybe, vet minimum. They trying to tell you something without telling you like, hey, it's about that time to get up out of here. But
But you're breaking up the culture of the league where the young guys have veterans that they can rely on and learn the game from. And then
yeah,
the young guys are subsequently going, man, fuck that guy or fuck this guy, man. I don't need to hear that shit. I don't need to. You old as hell. I don't have to listen to you. And you get a Jordan Poole.
hmm,
You understand what I'm saying? You get guys that are disrespectful. If if Steph Curry wasn't so good, you get guys that start talking to him crazy, and then when he starts to slide or whatever, he's not able to contribute no more. They start moving him around. You know what I mean? Like that's not what you want. You want to keep the culture where we're supportive of our people, not just because they're basketball players, but they're part of the culture and they help create the culture of basketball. And by removing them, These young guys don't know how to act. They don't know how to be proactive in the league and in the players union. They don't know how to go about uh, necessarily training correctly or maintaining their body, reserving or preserving energy, or preserving their body so they can have a long and fruitful career and a life after basketball. Like who's gonna teach them that? So that's my
Most
only
definitely.
knock a bit. That's all my only knock about what's been happening with him and the way they're going about doing all this. Now, we all know what CP3 is. We all know he like to talk his shit. We all know like he like to be in people's face and everything. And he can be upsetting and annoying and everything. And I hear that. That's part of the game. That's part of the game that you signed up for. He's one of those dudes that was at the top of the hill when it comes to great point guards. But the way it played out, I don't agree with. I'm sorry for
Yeah.
the long talk about it, but I just don't agree with the way it played out.
No, me neither. My thing is like I understand like it's his last year. Eh, my thing is like everywhere he's went, he's helped the team grow to be winners. Like or some type of like they left them better than what they were before. Like when he got to New Orleans, they had the Hurricane Katrina stuff. We had to move Oklahoma City, so he had to deal with that. But he made them a better team. He went to Clippers, made them, playoff team, helped them, grow with the Blake and, DeAndre Jordan, helped them become Lob City, became a, playoff threat every year. When they traded him to Oklahoma City again, that's when you thought maybe like, oh, he finna like go out there to die or something like that. But he made them a playoff game, helped make SGA kind of become
Yep,
who he
push
was.
SGA because SGA was already a Clipper. You know what I mean for a little bit. So
Yeah.
help that guy. Keep on talking. I'm sorry. I was
Houston,
just
I mean, oh
agreeing.
yeah, right before that when he was in Houston with James Harden, took him to the Western Conference Finals, almost beat the Durant, the Steph Curry led Warriors until he got hurt, pretty much. And like everywhere he went, he just made them back to being like a playoff team or a good team, and then just coming there. I mean, now like really, he really didn't have like the same effect on the team like he did before. Like
Yeah.
even when like last year when he was with San Antonio, he helped a little bit, but not still when at the level they used to. But I mean, my guy was like, this is worse than how they did Melo. I'm like, I ain't gonna say all that, but like the respect for the probably the best player that the Clippers had ever, you would think they would do him, a little bit better. And he was like, where's the loyalty? I'm like, well, they didn't draft him. They definitely
No,
signed him.
remember he left from the Hornets or Pelicans at the time. He left
Yeah,
from the Pelicans. Or was it the Pelicans? They were the Hornets. They were the
like
New
there was
Orleans
Hornets
Hornets at
then.
the
Yeah,
time. He had David West over there and a couple other guys that
Tyson
could hoop.
Chandler.
Tyson
Like they
Chandler. They
had a
had some
nice
decent,
little
yeah, there's
squad. But
some
like, I
decent,
mean,
yeah,
they don't
decent
have
players over
that
there.
much loyalty, and also the same. They don't have that much loyalty to him because they didn't draft him more. But he was also under the old regime too, like under what's the guy that kind of got the old owner that got fired? Donald Sterling.
Fuck Donald Sterling.
Fuck him too.
Yeah.
And then
Yo,
now
bitch.
Steve Ballmer. So it's like this is like kind of like his thing now. It's like I mean, I wasn't there when you was really giving me the great years of Clippers land. So I don't know where like that's like Clippers are known to doing their players bogus. So it's like the history itself. Like I'm not surprised by it. So yeah, I wish they would have done him a lot better. At least like what is it? It's December, early December. You telling me you couldn't let him just be on the bench for the next 2, 3 months just to finish out? Let him go to his tour of,
What was wrong with that? Why not just let him finish on the bench?
tour day retirement. Just say bye to all the fans. Let him play 5, 10 minutes, in each game, just to.
What was so wrong with that? But Chris Paul being who he is, he can get in there and he can sabotage. And I'm not saying he would have done it like on some betting shit, but
Well,
he can get up in there and sabotage the game and mess up the play in the field with the players and everything.
he extremely smart, so he know he definitely come in
Oh,
and
you
fix
know that. You know what I mean? And when him and James don't get along, so I'm sure at some point that would have been a problem with that.
and plus he was like the NBA like players like association like leader or whatever. Like he know how like the politics and stuff behind the scenes and and on the court can go. So I mean, it's tough to wait, for him to go out because like now, like the whole point with him being with the Clippers again was to be closer to his family. Like he could have played anywhere else if he really wanted to. If they,
He should have. That's what I said. I was like, I don't even know why he would go back to the Clippers. And I hear about him saying, this is his last season. I would
right,
have just went somewhere where I could win. I didn't see the Clippers. Man, look, in the condition, the state of that team right now, or before the season, the season, I didn't see them as a top contender in the league. I would have said, "Hey, Jokic, you mind if I come over here with you and play off the ball with you, or come off the bench? I can relieve some of that pressure between you and Jamal Murray, and
yeah.
I can make the game slow the way you want it, big fella, or we can run fast with the rest of these young guys. We can do it however you want to do it, but I can do that. I'd have went to Denver." I would have went somewhere where I could contend. I would have went to the 76ers or
I,
something.
I think he could have went back to Houston. Just Charlie, all right, since y'all
Ooh-wee.
Fred Van Vliet out right now. So Fleet, give
That
you
would
a
have been a
point
nice
guard.
look with Fred Van Fleet
And
being
they,
out. Yeah.
so, but it is still like his age is showing on the court too. So like, you can't really be out there, just standing like a cone, getting burnt on defense. But he's smart enough to know how to like use his advantage, his wisdom and
Yeah.
body to advantage. So
Dude.
so with that,
A
kind of the way they treated him and how they treat him, and even if they are 6 and 17, like I said, Clippers are
6 and 17
6 and 17.
team, and the thing that people are most worried about is Chris Paul. I would have just put him on the bench.
So for that reason, I'm putting the LA Clippers in the hoop and the horn and they horn segment in the hoop and the horn segment, and they horn right now with the way they did CP3 right now, and they 6 and 17, not winning much. You
Clippers,
got
welcome to Hoopin' or Hoe'N. You are officially a
um,
hoe. So says Keith. You are hoes. You
you,
hoeing.
I ain't say y'all hoes,
Y'all
but
ain't,
y'all
y'all
all
ain't
win.
hoes. Y'all hoeing. Y'all out there just hoeing. Y'all just playing for to make a dollar.
So
Y'all fucking around.
talking around like should at least get if the Bulls can get one of them, Kawhi
Nah, we don't
or
want Kawhi. We
yeah,
do
yeah,
not
yeah,
want
yeah. You're
Kawhi.
right. I'll take James though.
I
Take
don't want
James.
James Harden neither.
We need something because what we got right now. Matter of
Mm-mm.
fact, the Chicago Bulls are in the Hoeing segment of the hooping the
Let's
Hoeing
get
as
it.
well.
Let's get
It's
it.
why
Chicago Bulls, you are hoeing.
6 straight losses, and all of them
Oh.
are to the bum ass teams. Literally,
Mm.
Pacers twice. We lost to who else? We lost to. We lost to motherfucking Washington. Bums. I think we lost to Charlotte. I think we just lost to Brooklyn too. We lost to all the trash haters.
Garbage.
And I know Khalif's gonna be like, I told y'all, I told man, get out of here. We need to make some trades. And we talked about earlier with Jerry Reinsdorf, ain't much gonna happen as far as money being spent. So all I know, something gotta change. Even though you're only 9 and 13, so it ain't the end of the world. If we get healthy, we might go on a run. But I ain't got the patience for that. We gotta make a trade.
You good. I'm on here. It just went out on me. That's all. You can keep on going. The Bulls need to do something, man. They can do something to help improve the way the team is going. Um, we already made our suggestions or our comments about that. So they in the hoeing section. They definitely not hooping. They haven't been hooping in a while. It's a decent team. It's set up to compete and be competitive, but it's not set up to be a threat in the Eastern Conference. It's not. I said this at the beginning of the season. It would be nice if they stayed around 4 to 6, but I
Hmm.
feel like in the end they would be at down there around 7 to 10, and that's where
Yeah.
they're gonna be.
So
So
Clippers, Horn, Bulls, Horn. But you know who hooping though? You
talk
know who
about it. Who
hooping?
hooping? Who hooping?
We got the Thunder. They 22-1. And
Yeesh.
they kind of like the one of the first teams since like the 90s or like early 2000 where the team like they stars don't play in the fourth quarter because they beat the team so bad the first 3 quarters that Shaq got to sit down for a whole quarter because they're just up so much, and they second unit hold the lead,
Shea Butter is out there boogieing. He out there getting boogie with his left and right foot.
and
And
he's
it's
balling.
crazy. He's balling. He's averaging 32 points
Yeah,
and playing 33 minutes. That's awesome. Usually these guys in the prime of their career, up at 40 to 42 minutes or even more, 45 minutes a game, and they loving it or they're trying their best to be a top competitor. This guy is averaging 33 minutes a game or something. That's what I saw last night on the from the statisticians report that they were putting up. So salute to them. They hooping. They
They
hooping. I saw my boy J Dub back out there on the court.
right, yeah, got him back. So that's a cheat code. Like they was already 18 and what one, without him. They gain him back, and they just load up even more, and they got even more, I think, draft picks and more first round picks coming up. So it's just like, man, they just gonna get even crazier and crazy. You know, it's gonna be hard to pay everybody, but they got enough ammunition on the draft picks and players on. You can make it work. So
But he got his I thought he got his contract extension already.
he did, but I'm just
Am I
saying,
wrong with
like,
that?
you
Okay.
still got like other players when that's up.
Okay. All right. All
So yeah,
right.
Shea, like I said, 32 points with 4.7 rebounds per game and 6 assists, leading his team to number one, and only playing 33 minutes, 32 minutes, not playing a full quarter. Going back, like I haven't seen that since like Jordan and them, and not Jordan and them, but like just teams like that back in the day, early '90s, 2000s, where like a whole players can miss a whole fourth quarter and not play because they up so much. And then another one, actually, I hate to talk about the Lakers, but Luca, man, that man balling. He really balling right now. Like skinny Luca is crazy. Like got back to his old, smaller weight,
That's all it
down to
is. That's all it is. And man, it's just
35 points.
he's just playing the way that he normally plays, bro.
Yeah, so he murdering right now.
He just has the ability to last longer and do a little bit more without having all that weight on him. Bro, I wonder how true it was. They said he was like 6'7" at the time, like 250 or something like that. I wonder how true that was. 6'7", 250 or 6'7", 240 or something. I wonder how true it was, but
I can believe that for sure.
I
Like
could believe it.
240,
Yeah.
250 ish at his worst, and like not
hmm
heaviest. So yeah,
Because if you could lose weight, still look like that, that means that you are naturally a bigger guy. But when you lose your weight, you still keep, you know what I'm saying, your stoutness and your strength, and you still just continue to ball out. But salute to Luca, fuck the Lakers, but salute
yeah,
to Luca and the way that Austin Reeves and
he
those guys
balling
are able to,
too.
yeah, the way Austin Reeves and DeAndre, it was that DeAndre Ayton, those guys are able to come together and play. Rui's over there
He,
too, man. They're making it a some competitive play over there, you know.
yeah, they just beat the Toronto Raptors on the game winner by Rui Hachimura from a pass from LeBron, and just like it was a competitive back and forth game. It looked like the Toronto Raptors balling. They hooping right now too. Brandon Ingram. I knew when they traded him from New Orleans to Toronto, I was like, that could be a good look. That I wish the Bulls would have made a trade like that because we need a guy like him who can make these shots in the game. The 17 footers, the game winners, 3 pointers, just any can make any shot he can make on his own. Like that's why I think like players like even though they talk about like 5 on 5 and how LeBron was like he don't do 1 on 1s because it's not 5 on 5 game. It's not NBA like or basketball, but like 1 on 1s get you to learn how to make your shot when you need it or like
That's
when
it.
nothing
That's
else
the
is
whole
going.
purpose of it. That's the whole purpose of the one-on-one to perfect the craft of getting past that one defender in front of you and getting your shot off. I think we had that conversation about good offense and good defense, or great offense and great defense.
That'll be yeah.
Yeah,
So
great defense, better shot. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to. How good are you in 5 seconds if you need to be able to get your shot off? Can you get past a defender? If the defender is on you, can you create enough of a counter move or space to get your shot off and be able to hit the game winning shot? Bang
yeah,
bang. So yeah.
yeah. So Luka 35 points, eight point
Mm.
nine rebounds, and 8.9 assists a game. Got the Lakers third in the West, 16 and 6.
Ooh.
MVP ish like numbers. And the way he do it was just so easy, but also Kay Cunningham and the Pistons. Kay Cunningham averaging 27 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Got the Pistons 18 and 5, number one in the East.
Mm.
Just watching him play, man, like he just so dominant. Like he just so strong, so big. He's so smooth with the handles. He kind of do anything. Go to the hole, hit a little 15 footer, 17 footer. His 3 pointer you could definitely get better with, but like still solid enough to be like you gotta worry about it. I
Mm.
mean, just a few years ago, like it was looking like sad for him. Like he was hurt and like the Detroit was just bad, and he was like look like he was out of shape. But now best player in the East right now, maybe, or just the way he got his team is rolling.
So listen, from what I remember hearing about him, whether he was hurt or not, they saying this dude had the potential to be a really, really great player in the league. They said from what I remember hearing on ESPN, the guys that was scouting him right before he got drafted, even doing those the summer camps when he first got drafted, and his I think he got hurt his rookie year or something, right?
Yeah,
They said the only thing, or
sophomore year.
sophomore year, they said the only thing they didn't know about him, excuse me, the only thing they didn't know about dude was what position was he really going to play
Right,
on
yeah.
the court. They said that was the only thing that they were concerned about with him. Is he a two or a three? And now you're looking at the dude playing a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that he can play two or three position, and that's the way they want the league to be positionless basketball, which I think is also the knock on what Chris Paul is saying. If y'all get away from playing the game the way the game's supposed to be, these guys is gonna be running around on the court, just doing anything, waiting and saying I deserve the ball, and no one will be able to know their positions and know what they're supposed to do. But yo, Cade Cunningham is dope. Cade Cunningham is dope, man. I said he was gonna be one of those guys that was gonna shine bright, and he was gonna be similar to Shea Butter. But the difference between him and Shea Butter is he's more of an explosive guy. And Shea, he's very good with his tricks and creating space and bumping you and getting his shot off and everything. So salute to Cade Cunningham. I know was it Amon Ra? He's like the brother or
And brother.
Amon.
Yeah, I'm in yeah, Amir. You know, I think
I forgot what it is, but it's the two brothers
yeah,
Amin
Amir.
and Amir. So I think one is in Houston, and then the
Yeah,
other one is in Detroit. So I look forward to seeing how they put that together and make that work on both teams.
yeah. So those my hooping motherfuckers: Luca, Shea, SGA, Shea Gilgeous, Alexander, and Cade Cunningham,
Okay, they
and their
hooping,
teams as well.
they hooping.
Um, on the home side, the Bulls, we got also I said the Clippers, but I'm gonna throw some NFL teams on these as well.
Wait. So let me ask you this: You don't think that Luca? I mean, not Luca. You don't think that Nikola Jokic is hooping, my G?
Oh yeah, like yeah, he hooping. Like
He
it
just don't make your list.
just I mean yeah, he on the hoopers list. Yeah, he every week. That's the thing. He does this so much every week, all the time. It's like I gotta show some other people some love sometimes
I
too.
hear you, but you just gotta, even if you put him in, and there's no disrespect to him because the dude ball out, we gotta give him a what you call it. I don't want to give him a participation trophy, but
Oh no,
give
he
you a
can
number
be.
four
Matter of
spot, a
fact,
number
we
five
can
spot
give
for.
you the Color Joker Award. Just like if you
Yeah,
just out here just doing your thing and Mox, yeah, like he under like he don't get talked about enough because he just does the thing great so well every game. So it's
the
like
the 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 standard, give him like the standard award or the standard of consistency award. You know what I mean?
when he won, like he averaged a triple double as a center last year, and still I don't think he still won the MVP. I mean, SGA did, but like that was hard to like because he just do stuff so well. It's like man,
He
like
does.
but he
He
got
does.
them number two, I think in the West. I mean, we talked about it last time. I think on the hoop and the horn, or like
Hmm.
the team itself is hooping. Like they're gonna be balling. So
All right, so
uh,
I'm gonna pull up his stats where he is currently for the 25-26 season. 29 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. 60% shooting from the field. All right. At 6'11", 284 pounds. So if you're saying to me that he's 284 pounds, that means a couple seasons ago before he lost all that weight and got in shape, dude had to be around 330 or heavier. And
definitely gonna
I'm
take
gonna
it.
probably say we probably around like 350 or something like that. All right. So the dude is amazing, man. I mean, look, I'll say it again. 29 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists per game for the 2025-2026 season. You
Crazy.
know?
11 assists. That's a big man.
That's as a big man.
Like not 10.1. Not like you
No,
over
over the mark, bro.
per
I'll say it
game.
again. 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 11 assists exactly.
That's crazy.
8th in the league in field goal
Yeah,
percentage.
man. Now you say it like that. Like, yeah, let's get that man hooping.
You got
Matter of
to.
fact, he the hooping award, name giver. Like when we give our award of the year about who hooping the horn of the year, it's gonna be named after Nicole Jones.
For the Hoopers, for the Hoopers. You're gonna
Yeah,
be for the Hoopers, for the standard of consistency, you know. But salute to him. I know there's gonna be a hard road for them to get back to that wait, let me go back and check that, get back to that top level where they're competing for championships. But they look good for so far for the season though, right?
yeah. They right there. I think they number two, if I'm not
Number
mistaken.
four. They're
Number four.
currently number four at 16-6. They're doing
Right,
well.
right. Houston number
Lakers are
two.
16-6. Houston is 15-5. OKC is 22-1.
Hmm.
Wow. Minnesota is 14-8. San Antonio is 15-7, which is not bad. Bulls are 9-13. And then the top teams, East are 18-5 Detroit, 15-7 New York, 15-9 Toronto, 14-9 Orlando,
Oh,
14-9 Boston.
oh yeah. Then throw out some more hooping players this week.
Talk to
Anthony,
me, talk to me.
Anthony Edwards been balling. He's starting to figure out how to deal with double teams. Got the Minnesota at 14-8. I'm gonna give KD some love. He actually just became like number 7 or 8 in like scoring with like 31,000 points, like just
Okay.
like a day. So that's a milestone right there. Um, Phoenix. I mean, I swear everywhere Dylan Brooks go, he make them like a tough, gritty team and a playoff-ish team. So he don't, even though he might not show up in games when you need him to show up in the playoffs, or he probably talk too much a little bit on the court, get in people's heads too much, which is I like that in a player. I feel like you need like a goon or like a irritant on your team to make give teams hell. But
You
when
always
you
do.
got
You
them,
always need a player that can come through and change the way the game is played and be an irritant on the court. The league has always had somebody like that. You've always had a Dennis Rodman, a Ron Artest, somebody that can come in and affect the way the play of the game is.
and shout out to the Philadelphia 76ers for getting those black 76ers jerseys back when Allen Iverson was playing. Those look cold with the court that they got. They kind of probably should bring that back more often. And some of these teams too bring it back some of the old school jerseys from early 2000s, late 90s, and those will fire
Those
if they
jerseys
bring
was
them
fire. When
to
I saw them, was it last week or this week? I was like,
yeah,
man, that jersey still looks dope,
man,
bro.
for real. So if they bring back the blue ones, man, that'd be cool too. So I just want to give a shout out to them in that aspect. And I think they had a crazy game winner the other day. I forgot who they played. I just know Tyrese Maxey went for a shot, he missed it, but VJ Edgecombe tipped it in for the layup. And it's like point like 1 or 2 seconds they threw other team threw it down for like a full court pass. Dude had an open layup, but Tyrese Maxey came and beat it off the backboard for like, at the end of the game like a buzzer beating block, and they got the win. So that was crazy, a little end of the game right there.
Yeah. Hey, they got they with VJ Edgecombe and
Tyrese Maxey,
Maxey. That's nice, bro. That's a nice backcourt.
yeah,
So with that said, do we already know it's Maxi team, right? But you still need the big fella.
yeah.
What do we do about the big fella? Do we let the big fella, like sit on the bench and play like 20, 25 minutes a game? Or do we bring the big fella in and tell him to rock all the way out? Go ahead. Do you bring
I,
him along slowly?
I mean, if he's still hurt, yeah, then you got ain't no point in throwing him out there if he ain't fully healthy and he just gonna be trash. Like, give your backup players some go so they can be ready by playoff time or be ready to play in bigger games. And I mean, you've been trusting the process for this long. You might as well keep trusting it now. Because like, I mean, even or just end the process. Like, all right, you gotta go, dog. Like, this is Tyrese and VJ team now. I mean, we still got Paul George coming along too. We don't need two players that's trying to like come along together
I
to get this
forgot about
team.
that guy. I forgot about that guy, PG. I forgot about Paul George.
So it's like you either you holding up like you holding the team up, or I mean, I feel like if he not just maybe he look pop, like maybe this is it. Like his knees, his legs, he don't got no more up to him. he could still get you a cool 20 here and there. But if you look for him to be the guy every night, I mean, the way the team like the team seemed to go with Tyrese Maxey and him, so VJ, so he gonna have to be the third guy. Just let him be the third guy. You don't need much from him. Just let him get a little 15 to 20 points a game. Play some type of defense when he in, and then get you a backup center that can fill in when he got minute restrictions.
Yeah, I'm currently looking up the standings. I know I said it just now, but yeah, Philly ain't they don't look too good down there at the seventh spot though. I
I
that's not
mean,
looking good.
that's better than 13 to 9 is not bad.
Okay.
I mean, for that team with no, I mean, with the players you have supposed to have on that team,
Okay.
yeah, they should be up more. I feel like, but it's just been riding on
So
Tyrese.
Maxi is averaging 31 points a game. 31 a game with 7 assists, a steal, and almost a block. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Joel Embiid, go ahead, man. Pace yourself. Get yourself together, Pace yourself. They saying you at 18 points a game, which is not bad, but get yourself together. Paul George, pacing yourself, 14 points a game. VJ Edgecombe at 14 points a game. So, yeah, I mean, now I get it, paying attention to that and seeing the stats. Man, they might as well let Drummond get loose then. Let him boogie out there then, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I can see why they don't put him in because like
He don't fit
those
the way they running up and down that court.
kind of like it just he be having his moments like he do get like um not emotional, but like certain times when if the game ain't going his way or like he not involved as much, he can be thrown off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, or he can let the emotional side get to him too much and just start tweaking or calling out to the refs and calling for fouls and stuff and not playing this hard.
Do you remember? I'm gonna take this back because I think I might have said it before. Do you remember when it was Andre Drummond and Greg Monroe in Detroit? It was those them
Yeah,
two guys going back together, and they was just taking everything off the rim.
yeah, yeah.
Putbacks, rebounds, putbacks, rebounds, putbacks. That was a hell of a duo to me, and I don't know why it didn't work in Detroit with those two big guys. But
Yeah.
to me, bro, excuse me, that should have been something that they kept together and worked on to make sure that those guys were developed and got the best out of that. All they were missing was a point guard and somebody who could shoot the ball well.
That's what it was. Like they had them two. Like they didn't have anything on the outside. Like or the guards were like they had what Brandon Knight at the time. Or like it wasn't. He was alright, but he wasn't like no go getter like dude. Especially after he got dunked on by Jordan. But
Yeah.
yeah, the guards they did have at the time, they wasn't like
And then
super
Reggie
all star.
Jackson wasn't really there yet, but he was coming
Exactly.
along. And his
Exactly.
game started to blossom, but they had broke that team up, I think, or
Yeah.
or
And I
or
think maybe it wouldn't have fit though, like with him and Greg Monroe. Like, yeah, they got boards together, but like, were they really like
18 and it was like 18 and 10 apiece or 18 and 12 apiece or something like that.
was it spacing good for them with them both in the court?
Man,
Was
it should like it looked like every night somebody one of them was catching like both of them was catching double doubles and you was gonna look bad down there with both of them guys playing. I love the way those guys was hooping down there. Like they were just it was really beautiful to see like two big guys taking over the high post and the low post of the game, shooting
yeah,
the ball or backs to the ball, backs to the basket, turn around jump shots, hook shots, and everything. I love seeing that type of shit. I haven't seen Greg Monroe since that whole thing was broken up.
yeah, true. A couple of injuries, I think, and I think the league kind of got away from him too. Like post up players was getting extinct a little bit, and he had a nice little 15 footer too, but I think he just they try to get away from that a little bit, and then
Hmm.
just try to make it stretch fours and stuff. He wasn't the best 3-point shooter or like
No, that
jump
was a real big
stretch four.
man. That was a
Yeah,
real big
so
man, 6'10", 6'11", 7 feet type of dude, who comes in and do that bully work.
yeah, so that's what I think kind of what happened with them. But that was my hooping horn for the NBA.
All right,
Ready
that's
for
it. That's it for hooping and horn, then. On
no,
the
like
NBA.
I got yeah in NFL. I want to get the hooping award, or they hooping right now. Houston, Texas. They started off bad, and when
Looking good
found
out
out,
there.
I found out like why they started off so rocky is like they actually one of the few teams this year that actually like their first 12 games, 13 games they played against what only one game. Yeah, 11 out of the 12 games, let's say 11 out of 12 games or 12 to 13 games were against playoff teams from last year. So that they was one of the actual hardest schedule they had this year, and so that way it showed like they lost a few games early in the year, and then they've been winning some games right now. So they like kind of like what I think 7-6 right now,
Yeah,
which
not too bad. It's not, they
it
they
was
about
it was ugly.
average.
It was right, but it was ugly at first. So it was like
It was. It was.
it was like 2-6 and or whatever 3-7 at one point. So they running off some wins. Their defense has been balling right now. They've been coming up playing like the defense they expected to be one of the best in the league right now. Offense is starting to come to life a little bit, like trying to get something going, but it's really depending on how well CJ Stroud play the rest of the year.
Yeah, they 7-5 right now. The Houston Texans.
Oh,
They
seven and
said
five, so even better than
seven and five. Yeah,
oh, so
seven
even
and
they
five.
doing better than I thought they did because I thought
Mm-hmm.
they were really legit like 500 team right a couple weeks ago. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so yeah, 7 and 5. It was. I mean, compared to like the Ravens and Steelers, who are they hoeing a little bit? I mean, even though the Ravens just lost this game, they was on like a little 3-4 game winning streak. So I ain't
Damn
gonna
it,
say
man.
they were legit hoeing, but I can make a case that maybe Lamar been hoeing the last few weeks, man. No,
Man, back above my guy, man. Back
you
above
got
my guy. He
that's
out
my
there
guy
playing
too.
injured, bro. We
But
back above my guy,
but
man.
he know. But things like you said, I think you said it last time. But he know that we know that he know that he needs to step his game up because no touchdown in the last 4 games, bro.
True.
Running or throwing.
True.
Or just say like, man, I'm a little banged up still, so you should have probably waited a couple more weeks to get the team right. But at the time, I guess at the time you really didn't can afford wait no more. So, but they got a big game this weekend against a division rival who they
Mm,
fighting in the division.
mm.
Ravens. That's why I think it's legit. It's rivalry week. I feel like yeah, we will get to those games later. But like Ravens and Steelers this week, big game. Lamar, you've been kind of on the last few weeks. I need you to step it
Damn.
up. Be the eight that we know. Be the
Damn.
man, the former MVP that we know, dog. I'm sorry.
Damn. Got my boy down for home, man. Damn.
I never thought
Damn.
I ain't want to put him in here, but like maybe hopefully it'll motivate him. Maybe if he's
Damn.
healthy,
Got my boy down for home, man.
it's still big trust around here. It ain't been big
You
trust
cut
around.
off. You cut off. No more big trust for you, brother. No more big trust for you, brother. You cut off. You can't sit in the section no more. No more purple, nothing for you, man. No more purple Urkel. No more granddaddy perp. No more nothing, man. You can't have nothing on the purple side. Nothing. No Ravens jersey. I don't want to see you in a slither of purple ever again, brother. Nothing. Nothing. You put my man in the hoeing section, man. God damn.
Sorry, dog, but so Houston been hooping. Uh, Lamar been hooping. Steelers. They reeling, bro. Like I don't know what's going on.
I
You
think we
think
got to go ahead and say it. I think we have to go ahead and say it.
they need to get rid of Mike Tomlin? Is that-
No.
Oh, okay.
I ain't saying nothing about Mike Tomlin. I just think we have to say the
Oh, they.
Steelers as a team, they
Oh,
hoeing.
oh yeah,
Y'all
definitely.
hoeing.
Yeah.
Y'all hoeing.
Um,
That's it.
yeah. Aaron Rodgers busted nose. You still got Mason Rudolph
Busted up wrist for
busted wrist. So like,
Mhm.
that's why I'm hoping the Ravens get this win. Just put them out their misery. I don't know if it'll lead to Mike Tomlin getting fired, but I can see them probably might go this direction. I think maybe for Mike Tomlin it's better to go that direction, but it's a coach that has never missed the playoffs, so I don't see why you should fire him if he hasn't missed. Now this year he missed the playoffs, I guess that would be the excuse. But
Since
no,
since 1963, from what Stephen A. Smith said and Mad Dog and those guys stated on First Take, the Steelers haven't had more than three coaches, period, since they've been in existence or since they've been the Pittsburgh Steelers or however it goes. Mike Tomlin, I believe, should stay the head coach for as long as he desires and feels the need to.
yeah,
I want to know, and I don't have any inside information. I mean, you kick it. We kick the shit. We be around each other. We talk to people. We don't know nobody up there on that level where those guys are.
Yeah.
If I did, I'd say something. All right.
Hmm.
But what I think should happen is he should be left the fuck alone because for the last 2, 3, 4 years, people have constantly come out in the media and tried to get him fired and say that he should go take a college job or he should do this or he should quit.
Yeah, I don't need to do that though.
Mike Tomlin is not the one making the decisions on this team as far as the players and the staff and the booking, the how everything goes.
The
He
money.
takes the money, none of that. He's taking the players that he has and he's going out there and he's trying to let those guys ball. Big Ben been moved on. They won what 1 or 2 Super Bowls when they had Big Ben
Yeah.
Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
All right, they had a slew of great receivers in that time. You had Antonio Brown, Santonio Holmes, Mike Wallace, which was one of my favorites. You had all those guys who could fly up and down fly up and down the field. Since that time, that team has aged. They have grown. They have changed over. It's not necessarily that Mike Tomlin is a guy that's saying, this is how I want my team to go. But maybe the organization is sitting back saying, hey, we're rebuilding. We are rebuilding until we find the guys that we think belong here. This is what it is. Or maybe it's a situation where they're saying, we're not going to change nothing until this motherfucker gets out our way. And if that be the case, management knows to just fire him. You know, to just get him out of the way. So I believe that management already knows we're cool with this guy. We're not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. He's gonna be here, and we're gonna keep rocking the way we're doing things. You never hear Mike Tomlin say anything about nobody. He just goes out with the guys that he has, and they play average ball. He doesn't have a top tier quarterback. The quarterbacks that they've given him, they have released them or put those guys or those guys have been injured. We're
True.
not talking about Mike Tomlin having the greatest team in the world, and right now they're 10-4, or they're 10-5, or they're 10-2 right now. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about him having a great team and they're 4-10, bro, or they're 4-8, or whatever it would be. We're not talking about that. We're talking about him having guys who aren't sticking and aren't making a difference on this team.
Yep. I agree.
That's not what we're talking about. So in the case of letting Mike Tomlin go, I don't want to hear that. I'm tired of hearing that. Leave that man alone. Stop putting that in the atmosphere. Stop worrying about that man's job. That man is taking the teams that he has that most people could not take,
Yeah.
and they're above 500. They are above 50% the last few years since Roethlisberger has gone on. That's it. That's it. Like there's nothing else to say about it. I'm taking the guys that y'all giving me and I'm doing the best that I can. Imagine if I did have a two wide receivers or a wide receiver, a running back, and a tight end, and a dope ass quarterback who could put it in the pocket. Y'all
Yeah.
gave me Aaron Rodgers. Y'all gave me Russell Wilson.
End of their
Y'all gave me
career.
guys that was already out their way, bro. Those are the guys that y'all are giving me.
Mason
And I'm not
Rudolph.
saying nothing to Mason Rudolph. I'm not saying nothing bad about them. And I can see Mike Tomlin saying the same thing. I'm not saying nothing about these guys, but this is the talent that I have. George Pickens left.
They had George
You
Pickens
had
and
George.
DK at the same time for months. And then last minute it was like, yeah, all right.
Say it again. Say who they had again.
They had DK Metcalf and George Pickens on the same team for a couple of weeks, or if not a couple of months, and then last minute traded Pickens to the Cowboys before training camp, or if not
And you
after.
couldn't go out and say, man, this is the direction we need to go in. Hey, if we get Russell Wilson, we have to know that he's capable. We're gonna do a battery of tests on him to make sure he can do all the stuff that we need him to do on this team to make sure that we can get out here and play and fly up and down the field and give out the best offensive effort along with our defense. We need to make sure that we have that. They ain't do that. I don't know if they did that or not. But I do know that they ain't go out there and get no quarterback that was gonna go out there and produce at a high level.
I'm thinking like you wouldn't go get Jalen Ramsey. You wouldn't go get like all these other pieces too. Like, man,
Doing that Bears stuff. Oh, y'all gonna fill up the stands anyway. So
trying to patch up.
if they in that era right now of just filling up the stands, well, we know the Steelers fans, they're gonna fly their flags around the terrible towns. We know that they're gonna be there. We know that those fans are gonna be there because they have a culture around the Steelers organization. Though that city, that team has a culture, and it's gonna be that way. It's going to be that way for them. But if you're talking about firing a guy who ain't in charge of everything, I'm not the daily operations guy. I'm not the VP. I'm not the president of all this stuff. If it ain't me, don't send that slander to the guys that are in charge. Don't point it at Mike Tomlin until y'all can show me where it says that he is the vice president of operations of football personnel and everything. Until y'all can show me that, or that general manager title, that it's him that's in charge of that. Shut the fuck up talking about firing Mike Tomlin, man. Leave him alone. His job should be secure. It shouldn't be nothing done to Mike Tomlin. It's them up above him that have that power. That's just me. That's just how I feel.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That's
Same.
all I'm saying. You know, fuck that.
Um,
They
um,
hoeing now
that,
on the are they hooping or hoeing? They hoeing. It's terrible. It's terrible because for those who know, I'm a Jerome Bettis, Cordell Stewart, um, Jimmy Johnson dude. Like I love that. I love those type of guys. I was a Jerome Bettis
Curtis.
fan. You understand what I'm saying? Growing up, I was a Jerome Bettis guy. I love
Yeah,
seeing the Steelers play ball. I love watching this dude get 30 carries for 100 yards or 120 yards and him smashing into people. He was called the bus, just smashing into people. But that, ah, that ain't the era of football we live in. I'm glad we don't because that guy wore his body out, man. But
yeah,
God bless him. However, I was a Steelers fan.
yeah. I rock
Hines
with
Ward, all them niggas, man. Like I was a fan of them guys. But that ain't what they ain't where they are right now. So stop saying it's Mike Tomlin and talk about the people that y'all should be motherfucking mentioning and leave his name out that bullshit, man. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. My bad.
I ain't got what.
I hate
Hey,
that shit. I
tell
hate
it like
that.
it is, bro.
I
I
hate
feel
that
you.
shit.
No, yeah, I agree. But I think maybe he wanted like I would like to see him to do it somewhere else and prove to the room like, all right, it wasn't me. It's like you said, the front office, the management team. But yeah, man, I feel you on that. Yeah, might as well go ahead with that. Go ahead and get into these games this week. See who.
Stop throwing that smut. Stop throwing that smut on Mike Tomlin's name, man. Stop putting smut on that man's name like that. Stop all this slander. It ain't him. It's not him. When y'all can look at his name and say general manager and coach, then
Hmm.
I'll say, yo, y'all got to get him out of there. He fucking up. But until y'all can show me that, I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing else about it, man.
Yeah.
I'll also say this: suck a fat baby dick, you know, and burp while you at it. Um, Matter of fact, my bad on that one. You know, have you a whole sack of granddaddy dicks, you know, and burp and choke on that. So fuck y'all, man. Mike Tomlin, keep doing your thing, man. If they gonna play you like that and leave you to take all the hits, that's usually how it would go for guys who are good guys. You know, you take the hit, man. Keep on going, doing what you're supposed to do.
And it was sad to even see that the Pittsburgh fans were yelling that stuff too at the game while he there. So I was like, yeah, I feel you on that, man.
Yeah.
Fuck all y'all.
Yeah, because I get this. To the fans, I get it, but I hate the fact that y'all doing it and y'all blaming it on a guy that y'all can't even. Do y'all even know that it's him? Do
Right.
y'all even know that it's him that's causing
Fact.
all of this? That's behind all this. And if it's not him, back about that man. Back
Yeah,
about that man. Show that man as much respect as y'all did when y'all was fucking winning all that time.
true. Yeah. All right, let's get into the Thursday night game. Lions versus Cowboys. Lions won 44-30. Cowboys, they can't never do nothing when you want them to. Like when they give you some hype, they think they actually probably be good, and they fall face first back into earth.
Yeah, and I want to say it
Travis,
real quick. Fuck the Cowboys. You can go ahead and do your thing, brother, but fuck the Cowboys. I'm glad you motherfuckers lost. Yeah, Lions, black and blue on they bitch ass, blue and gray on them hoes. Got they ass. And they put up a 44 piece or something like that on 'em. Spicy, hot sauce, lemon pepper. Give me some bread on the side with that hoe. Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead, my fault.
they let Jameer Gibbs go run all over the whole running team. Like Jameer had 3 touchdowns
Three
rushing.
touchdowns.
David Montgomery had like a 30-yard run.
Mm.
Oh yeah, the Lions pretty much got back. Back. It was a good, not revenge game, but like a bounce back game for them. Get back right defensively, offensively. I was hoping they lose so they can bury themselves in the NFC North, but they trying to make things a little bit harder for the Bears and the Packers. So it's all good though. A good game so far until like it was a solid game, and then in the end it just kind of got too much for the Cowboys. But they 6-1. I think they can't really afford another loss, even though
Mm-mm.
that tie do help them a little bit on the percentage wise. But like if you thought he was gonna catch, well, unless Philadelphia just complete free fall, yeah, that's the only way they're gonna get in the playoffs. I felt like,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
Detroit beating them, and they got like a
Hmm.
tiebreaker. So.
Man, that was a beautiful game to watch. I was in and out of it, while watching it. And then I got too comfortable on my couch, this couch
Yeah.
is comfortable. Uh, and I fell asleep.
Big
But Garrett,
comfy couch.
man, that motherfucker's like, Matthew, lean back.
He started that
Let,
one.
yeah, let me
He's a
hug you. Let's
fat
cuddle.
Joe.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I did it, and I was like, "Uh-oh!" I woke up. It was like fourth quarter, and they were still running the ball and shit. But it was great to see how how the Lions came together and they schemed. The
Yeah.
scheme to beat them just worked so well, man.
Yeah.
Like for them to run the ball like that, to have two guys running the ball like that, and then Jared Goff to steal. Now wasn't there some fumbles in that game or something like that?
Yeah.
Or am I tripping?
I think Dallas had fumble jagged or a couple fumbles. That's why.
Yeah, yeah. Now they had some issues with that, with themselves on the offensive side, but that was a really good game to see them put together, man. That was a beautiful game of offense play on both sides of the ball, but for
Mhm.
them to attack and stay in attack mode and
And they
to
still had.
manage the game, yeah, and then come out on top
Mhm.
at the end of the shootout was dope. I like that. I'm happy for that.
Yeah. So that was a good, solid little Thursday night game.
Hmm.
This weekend, they got some other games on. It's kind of like semi rivalry week slash just like good like quality divisional games or not division different conference games. Like we got Seahawks versus Atlanta. Uh,
Seahawks versus Atlanta.
yeah, 9-3 Seahawks, 4-8 Falcons.
Hmm.
I definitely got the Seahawks on this one, even though they away team. Falcons, you just never can trust them. I just hope that B. John Robinson, run crazy. But they got Kirk Cousins as quarterback right now. Penix is out for the rest of the year. Seahawks, one of the better complete teams in all NFL. So
Let me say this though, it sucks that Kirk Cousins has to be the guy to play right now, and your
mhm,
team is 4-8, and
yeah,
now you have to try to gear up and get these guys on the same page as you, and they have to go over the playbook and run this shit down every day now when it should have been him to begin with. I don't care about them drafting Michael Penix. You signed me for all this money, all this cash. Appreciate you guys. Now I can sit back
okay.
here. I can sit back here and whine and pout and act like I give a shit or act like I don't give a shit. But what they should have done was let him know, hey, we gonna draft this guy, but we want him to be your replacement 2 or 3 years down the road. Now, if Mike comes along and he shows that he's a better player than what we think, then we going with him. But for now, it's your spot. Don't worry about us drafting him. I would have just came out and just said it, but that's me not me wanting order and not wanting to create chaos and wanting to make sure that things are done a correct way. But
Yeah,
let's see what Kirk Cousins does, man.
me
They
too.
4-8. It's not like they going nowhere. He can win and lose these games, and that could be the end of whatever. But uh, 4-8. So I'm gonna say the Falcons. I mean not the Falcons. My bad. My bad. I'm tripping on the Birds.
That's a bold prediction of
I'm
the week right
tripping
there.
on the
Oh
Birds,
yeah, man.
bro.
You might be.
Seahawks, bro. Seahawks. I'm tripping on them
Wrong
Birds.
bird. Yeah, you got the wrong bird. But no,
Fuck
yeah,
all them
like
birds.
it's
Fuck
just
all
crazy.
them birds.
Like you
Fuck a
said, like
falcon. Fuck a Seahawk. Fuck
Eagle.
a eagle. Fuck a packer. Fuck a cowboy. Those are birds to me too. God damn it. And fuck a piece of cheese. Even though I like cheese, I want an Italian fiesta pizza today. That's what I do want. But anyway, keep on going.
No, it's like it's funny how like the Falcons like they signed Kirk Cousins for like 150 mil plus whatever
Mm-hmm.
coming off an injury,
Mm-hmm.
and then
They gave him like 160 or something like that.
you
Whatever. Yeah.
draft Penix, and it don't work out for either one of them. Like Kirk Cousins had a trash season in the beginning. I feel like they could definitely gave him more grace that year to maybe try to figure it out instead of just throwing Penix right into him just to show like, all right, we got our next guy. But like I said, they probably didn't have that conversation with Kirk Cousins. You would think like these organizations or like these higher ups will have these conversations with grown men, but
Bro, Bro, you keep
Ego.
forgetting ego and the fact that I'm over you and I call the shots in this organization. I feel like I don't have to say nothing to you.
Yeah.
But you do
True.
because I'm the guy that got to go on the field and play. And at
But
any point in
it,
time, I can go out there and do whatever the fuck I want to.
yeah, true. I do agree. Some of these players, like mentally, they ain't like kind of a little soft or like sensitive. Like even though, yeah, I think about it, like if I did sign you to a contract over 150 mil, 200 almost, and I do draft a quarterback that year, like hey, it don't matter. Like you come and do your job. I'm gonna make sure the player behind you get groomed and they watch you and they learn how to be professional. That's the main one. And then 2, 3 years down the line, when you get older, which you are getting older, you're not running quarterback, so you stationary as fuck. And if you get hit one big good time, it's a wrap. So yeah, I feel you on that.
So let run it back though, because you said Ravens Steelers. Did you say who you have for that game, or you were gonna do that later?
I'm gonna get to that. Yeah,
Okay,
after the
okay. But
game. But
keep going on your timeline. Do your thing. Then. Do your thing.
yeah, and then
I just want to make sure I said who I got. But go ahead. We'll get to that.
yeah, then we got Bengals 4-8 versus the Buffalo Bills 8-4.
Hmm.
Buffalo Bills was gonna
It's a
be on
tough
my
one.
was almost gonna be on my hooping or horn, like they hoeing or they hooping right now because they be winning games and then they lose a bad game right next week. So and this is one of those games that could be it because like Joe Burrow is back, the Bengals offense is back.
Hmm.
For some reason, they had five. They defense had 5 turnovers against the Ravens against Lamar, which is why I put them in the hoeing section this week.
Maybe seeing
Uh,
Joe Burrow on the field gave everybody a shot in the arm, it gave them
exactly.
adrenaline rush. Because they went out there and caught down and seemed like everything that Joe Burrow was able to, Joe Beasy threw down the field. But keep going. It was
Yeah, so
crazy.
it's one of those games that could be a trap game for the Bills, man. And I mean, I'm gonna go with since I've been seeing it. Like they did lose. I think they lost bad last game, or did they win? Did they win the last one? Because
Let
I
me
was
go.
gonna
Let me
say
go check. Let me go check their line real quick.
just let me know if they won the last one. Then I'm gonna say then I'm gonna pick the
Bengals.
Bengals.
Remember, Bengals won on Thanksgiving,
Yeah, I know
right?
that. Yeah, Bengals beat the Ravens. Yeah.
32-14. But if they beat the Bills this season, is that what you're
No,
saying?
no, that and who the Bills play last and did they win or lose?
Who did the Bills play win?
Like who the Bills play last week?
My bad. Okay, I don't went to the wrong doggone team, bro.
You know.
Okay, hold on. Bills. Let me pull them up. Let me pull them up. Bills played the Steelers and won 26-10, 26-7.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Then never mind. The Bengals beating the Bills this week.
you say the Bengals beat the Bills this week.
Like it seems like every time you expect the Bills to win or like get it going, they lose, and then when they come off a bad loss, they win. So like
Mm.
they beat the Pittsburgh bad last week, but the week before they lost to a team bad. And then they beat the Tampa Bay before that. So it's like every other week they win one, they lose one. And just because of Joe Burrow alone, and they got T. Higgins back, and they got Jamar Chase back from his suspension,
We.
I got the Bengals beating the Bills in Buffalo, even though it
They
is in
are in
Buffalo.
Buffalo, bro. They are in Buffalo.
What the weather looking like tomorrow? 31. Any snow? If it ain't no snow, we got the Bengals. I'm taking the
Listen,
Bengals.
you taking the Bengals in that game?
The Bengals this game.
You gonna take the Bengals, man. So that's a I don't know what to say about that one, bro. I'm kind of flummoxed with making a decision there. Um, Bengals 4-8, Bills 8-4. Joe Beasy back on that. He back out there playing. He back out there hooping.
How about this?
Um,
If the Bills don't do what they need to do, which is run the ball, they won't win the game. If they don't run it with not Jamar, James Cook and they running backs and I often say Jack, Josh Allen.
all right. Sunday in Buffalo, it's gonna be 32 degrees, 78% chance of snow.
Oh, 72%. Ooh,
78.
78.
Sunday,
Bengals.
December 7th, snow during the morning will transition to snow showers during the afternoon. Temps nearly steady in the low to mid 30s. Winds west southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, which is typical around this time of year for them guys out there. Accumulation of 1 to 3 inches. That'll be a fun game in the snow.
Yeah.
Whatever snow that they have, that is going to be a hard body game. Whoever can move that ball with the run game, I'm gonna go.
Cool.
I'm gonna go Bills. I'm gonna go Bills.
Cool. All right,
I'm
so
gonna
you
go
got the
Bills.
Bills. I'm gonna take the Bengals. just off just Joe Burrow.
All right, yeah, I understand because I'm thinking like, man, Joe B, he can go down the field and tear that game, tear them apart. He can pick them apart, but I'm gonna go Bills.
Gotcha. All right, cool. And then this game I'm actually looking forward to because I want to see if my boy uh Shador Sanders and the wow, the Cleveland Browns 3-9 versus the Tennessee Titans who are 1-11. Basically, the number one pick and Cam Ward versus the fifth round pick and Shador Sanders, who really they should have been 1, 2, if not top five in the overall draft
Hmm.
amongst each other on teams. They
Titans
both
1-11, Browns 3-9.
Yeah, so it's a game to show like, all right, who won? Who? I mean, even though I thought Shador had the better team for sure, especially defensively. But like, I think this is gonna show right here. Like, all right, I should have been number one pick, or I should have been first round pick, like Cam Ward. So this is gonna be a good game between two buddies that they was trained together all season. They was working together. Two of the best quarterbacks in
There
college
was.
football last year, yards, passing yards wise, touchdowns wise. Just led their teams to actually, winning records. So good game. I think that's going to be a good game as far as that goes. Like it might be a trash ass clapper game and end all be all,
That
but
might be a bowl of ass. That game might be a bowl of ass. But I also saw during the summer while they were training, Shador was talking about how good he was and everything. And Cam, I forgot what Cam said that put things in perspective for me.
he's
And
like
then,
I'm a football player, like kind of like he wasn't using his his father's fame or
yeah, he was like, I
it was
went out
funny.
here, yeah, I did all this, I did such, such, such. I forgot what he said.
I'm a
And then,
football player.
yeah, Shador smiled at him. And he just nodded his head, and I was like, "Yeah, that's a statement, bro. Like he just made a statement to you. Like there's certain things that you can do that's good, but I can do those things just because I'm great, you know.
Yep.
And I do, and I really, really do this. You understand what I'm saying, man? But Shador is a good. He's a good quarterback. I don't know much about Cam Ward because I haven't seen anything in his skill set so far because I haven't watched any of the games. I haven't wanted to watch anything with Cam Ward, and it's not to no
Tough,
disrespect to your brother, but
tough watch.
it's yeah,
But it
you
ain't
know,
all him. It ain't all him
it's
though.
not his fault because like look, we know that these
It
teams will
is.
throw you out there and they will throw you like, here, you figure it out. They throw you to the wolves, and it's gonna be a long, winding road for that brother. And hopefully he can, he gets to figure it out. Hopefully he will figure it out and does well. But uh, ass game, come on.
That was
I
crazy.
don't care. I don't care.
But
Bowl
uh,
ass.
who I got winning the game? I got the Browns. Better defense, and I think a better quarterback. And Shador gonna show why
Oh
he
yeah,
should.
I gotta make a pick. Yeah. Let's just say the Browns win that game.
Gotcha. They in Cleveland anyway too. All right, we got next game. Washington Commanders 3-9 versus the Minnesota Vikings 4-8. You got JJ McCarthy coming back, and you got Jaden Daniels coming back this week to play for their respective teams. So this game could be they record you would think that it's gonna be trash, but like they both got hard fighting teams, so it's one of those like which quarterback gonna step up and show out. And if Jaden Daniels even somewhat healthy enough to throw the ball and just not have to worry about second guessing and running or like getting hit, I mean I definitely see them winning the game more than the Vikings. But the Vikings got a good defense, they got a good run game. It could be one of those games where the Commanders defense been asked all week, all year, so they can't get scored on. They can't be beat. So it's one of those games. If, if
Clapper.
yeah, so I think but it's one of those JJ McCarty he's been the king of the ass clapping this year. So I'm gonna pick the Commanders in this game, even though they're away as well. Like it's in Minnesota, um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to see the Vikings even give some type of life to themselves at all this season. So go ahead,
Ha!
get that 4-9 record and be the bottom of the cellar of the NFC North.
Division. Yeah.
So yeah, I got Commanders over Vikings, even though actually I'm not mad at the Commanders no more. We actually exercise our demon with them. So
Okay.
go ahead and get that win, Jaden.
I don't know. what to say about that type of game. An unsure quarterback controversy over there with the Vikings. Is Jaden Daniels back for this game?
Yeah, for sure.
He is. Is
Yes, sir.
McLaurin playing?
Yes,
They
sir.
got the usual suspects.
This is their first time probably all season where they offense is actually healthy enough.
Commanders. I got the Commanders.
Gotcha. Moving on. Another potential ass clapper of the day and maybe of the year.
Mm.
Miami Dolphins versus the New York Jets. Three and
Clapper me.
nine, three and
Clapper
nine
me
Jets.
Clappington.
And I want to get these games out the way because it's better games on
No,
the
I
horizon
take that
too.
back. I take that back. And I'm cutting you off, but just so I say this real quick, I can see the Dolphins going crazy on them, running crazy and throwing crazy on them. I can see
I
that
mean, yeah.
happen.
Like it could be either a one-sided game or this game could be ultimately trash. But like,
It'll end up being one-sided to me in my thought process. That's a
got to say
one-sided
that
game.
Dolphins in the beginning of the season they looked like they was going to be the worst team in the league, or like everybody was writing them off to be like, all right, fire Mike McDaniels, get rid of Tua. But they kind of cleaned themselves up the last few weeks. Where they 5-7. And if they get this win, they'd be 6-7, almost 500-ish, still in the playoff-ish run. But yeah, I don't really see the Jets really. They could win this game. I'm not gonna say the Jets can't win this game.
The Jets cannot win this motherfucking game, bro.
Shit, they
Who
won
will
last week.
if who did they play last week, man?
They played last week.
Let me check. I'm checking now. You ain't got to go back. You ain't got to go back. They played the Falcons.
Beat the Falcons, didn't they? I mean, Falcons got a team full of talent that maybe that the Dolphins probably got less of right now. I'm just
Brother,
saying it's. I'm not saying they will win, but I'm just saying they can win.
brother,
But if the Dolphins keep doing what they've been doing, and that's run the ball with Devon A. Chain.
brother. Are you gonna pick the Jets over the Dolphins? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay,
I was just
okay,
saying that they can win
okay,
that game. But
okay. All right, that's all I wanted to know, sir. That's it.
if they was, I'll say if they would start adjusting, I probably would have picked them. But nah, they started
Okay,
Tyrod Taylor,
okay.
which he's showing us what he is.
Well, that little bit of a run what he had with the Seahawks, right? He did well, right? That one year it was with the Seahawks, right?
Who Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, wasn't that Tyrod Taylor they were winning? They was winning with right before.
Oh, Geno Smith.
Oh, my bad. That was Geno's.
Yeah,
My bad, Geno. Where's Geno right
I
now?
feel like with Tyrod, he could play, but it's just like he's not like a 16 game like quarterback, like franchise quarterback like for your year. Like he'll get you those 1 or 2 games where somebody get hurt and feeling and play good. But he always end up somehow. Like I said it before, like he always somehow gets some weird injury out of nowhere,
Hmm.
get hurt, or he'll throw a pick and fumble in the game here and there, or he'll ball out. So it's one of those like you can never get consistency out of him. But like
And where's Geno Smith right now?
he's in the Las Vegas Raiders and assing it up.
Yeah,
He's a walking pick, low key.
you on
You know,
Ass Island, boy. You on Ass Island. Okay, keep on. Yeah, keep on going. I got the Jets. You
I
got the
got
Jets.
I got the Jets. I got the Dolphins and over the Jets.
Oh, my bad. I
And
said the Jets. I'm tripping.
I
I'm
was
tripping
he switched
major
last.
balls, bro. I'm tripping hard on shrooms. I don't do shrooms, by the way, but um,
But yeah, Dolphins.
I
We
got
got
the
the Dolphins.
Dolphins, man. We going with the fans. Go fans.
Yeah, and
We
then
going with the
next game.
fans.
All right, this is where the games get pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. These are all it look like all divisional games or rivalry type of game. Saints versus Buccaneers.
Okay, okay.
Uh, I think Buccaneers are getting healthy at the right time. 75, but they gotta keep the Carolina Panthers off their butt, and they got the Saints. But it's not even though the Saints are 2-10. These two teams always have like a good back and forth for some reason, like because of divisional
Hmm.
games. So like the Saints can mess around and win this game too, but I do see the Buccaneers winning this game to keep distance for the NFC South division. But the Saints, they give people hell all year. It's never an easy like beat down or rollover game for them.
The Saints need to get a new symbol. I'm sick and tired of looking at that sign. And if you know the history of that sign, then you know why. But we ain't gonna go into that. We're not gonna go into. I can just get tired. I just Saints
Yeah.
my ass. I get tired of looking at that sign, man. So I got the Buccaneers. Keep going. My fault,
Yeah.
bro.
No, yeah, I agree. That's pretty much it. They got getting healthier. So Buccaneers, I got them winning that game. The next game, I got Indianapolis Colts, who was going to be kind of was on my hoop in the horn on the horn section because they've been losing some games the last few weeks, and
Mhm.
I think they just lost the league in the division to the actually that's who they playing, the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Colts, basically a division leading game on who's going to win this game.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and this is gonna be tough. This is
I
actually
got
a
the
game.
Bucks. I'm going with the Bucks. I'm going straight with the Bucks at 7-5. I got the Bucks winning that game.
And what about the Colts versus Jaguars? Both 8-4 teams fighting for the AFC South division lead. You got you got Trevor Lawrence versus Daniel Jones. Who you trust more?
Wait, I don't even see that game on the screen. Okay, there we go. 8-4 versus 8-4. Jaguars versus Colts. My G. Jaguars versus Colts. I'm gonna stand on it. Wait. Is Daniel Jones playing?
Yeah, even though he
Was
got
it?
a broke fibula, he playing through that. And but
Yikes.
they lost the last couple games too as well. So it's like, are they free falling to where they might not make the playoffs? Like I say, they still can make the playoffs, but it's like
I'm gonna go Jaguars.
they don't look as strong.
I'm
And
gonna go Jags.
Jags,
Jag it off.
I rock with the Jaguars. I do, especially the coach got them playing semi good. Like they win some games that they probably should lose, but they somehow win. But I guess I could say the same thing about some other teams. I'm gonna give the Colts one more chance, man.
You
If
gonna
they
give him a
don't win it,
chance? Okay.
they
I
don't
hear
win
you.
the game, they definitely horn and they free falling and they might not make the playoffs because they just been. If you take away Jonathan Taylor and make Daniel Jones throw, if they kind of showing in that game, the last few games, that's probably what you got to do to them and make
Hmm.
them a one-dimensional team.
Hmm.
I won't go
Hmm.
with the Colts this time because I do like the team, the makeup of the team. But
Okay.
Jaguars, I'm not mad at that either though.
All right. I'm going with the Jags. I'm taking the Jags at one of the 12 o'clock games on CBS.
And then the next, there's another division type leading game, 6-6 Steelers versus 6-6 Baltimore Ravens.
We.
Both was on my horn list of the hoop and the horn segment, low key. And one of them got a hoop, so I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar, please make me look wrong for putting you in the horn section.
Man,
Like
big
this,
trust. You gotta get, man. He
but
can't wear
then
purple
like
no more. He ain't wearing no more purple ever. Anything I see him in purple, snatch. We snatching about it. You getting snatched about your purples. You can't do it. But go ahead, talk your
no,
shit.
but just I I think for the Ravens to make the playoffs, they have to win this game. I think they actually probably play again at some point. I think again this year, or this might be just the only game. So the second game. So Steelers, I don't see it with Aaron Rodgers and that team the way they're going. I just don't see it really getting any better. Defense, I feel bad for like T.J. Watt, Jalen Ramsey, but the offense kind of look a little lame duck ass.
Mm.
And Aaron Rodgers, I hope you go out sad with this team.
And stink it up.
Like you had your fun with the expensive the Bears, so time for you to see how it feel with these weak ass teams that you've been with the last 2 years, and go Ravens. I'm gonna give you that. Let's
For
go
sure.
Lamar.
Let's go purple.
Get back on the track. Take the lead in the
Purple.
division, and should be an interesting good. It should be a good game. I think there's one of those games gonna be a little defensive, but the players gonna come up through and make some plays.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it. I just don't want to watch that. But yeah, I know you know I'm going. You know I'm going with my man Big Trust. You know.
Yeah, I got to see some Lamar, but
Yeah.
got the Ravens. You got the Ravens. I'm assuming too. Yeah.
Ravens. Real Ravens all the way. Black and purple.
All right. 305 game. The Denver Broncos 10-2
Ooh-wee.
versus the flip side of that record 2-10. Oh, I keep saying Oakland. They need to go back to Oakland. Uh, Las
Chargers.
Vegas Raiders. Actually, they don't have to. I think one of the LA teams need to go back to where they need to go back to. I think Chargers should go back to San Diego. But
Chargers should go back to San Diego.
yeah.
Okay.
LA. We got Las Vegas Raiders versus Denver Broncos. Another division game. I think the Broncos should win this game. There's nothing about the Raiders this year that says they probably going to win another game this year. The offensive line is ass. Geno
Mm,
Smith ass
mm,
throws a pick or two per game or fumble it. Uh,
mm.
Defense is okay at times. You got Max Crosby in them, but that offense is just that trash that you can't you stay on the field all game. You get tired. You can't beat nobody. So but this is a division game where like. The Raiders would win this game because it's a weak division game that the Broncos probably overlooked them. But I got the Broncos beating the Raiders at home.
I'm riding with the Broncos, brother. The Broncos gonna get that game. They gonna kick ass and serve up a bowl of shit.
Yeah.
So Broncos gonna win that game.
Then I got one of the other 325 games, but nobody going to really care for that besides those teams that are watching them. LA Rams 9-3 versus the 3-9 Cardinals.
You already know where I'm going, who I'm going with. So
Yeah, you going with the Arizona Cardinals?
for
No,
sure, for shizzle.
no, yeah, definitely. LA Rams like they bounce back. They need to bounce back win, show that getting lost to the Panthers last year was kind of last week was a fluke a little bit, but I mean Cardinals they've been in these games too the last few. Even though they lost all of them, they've been in the games. Like the Jacoby Brissett has been keeping them in games for some reason. He's been having the most
hmm
completions and throws and
hmm
yards for some reason, but they just keep falling short. So, but yeah, LA Rams, I got them winning. Even though I would love for them to lose, for the Bears to probably keep a number one spot, but they're probably going to beat the Cardinals for sure to go 10-3.
Yeah, they gonna slap ass on that one, bro.
It's in Arizona though as well, so
Mm.
tough for the Cardinals. No Kyler Murray for the rest of the year. I don't know if they're going to bring him back next year. Good luck with that. My
Question about that: Would you bring Kyler Murray back? Mm.
yeah, like I mean, like I'm definitely drafting my successor though this year, but I'll keep him just to groom my, rookie quarterback for 1 year. Have him learn from Kyler. From the reports I'm hearing, like I'm hearing Kyler probably not the best teacher or like the best person to learn from, but like just see how he go in and out his day. I mean, I guess you could stick with Jacoby Brissett until then, let him be the bridge quarterback. But if you get some trade value for Murray, then yeah, I'll trade him though. But
At 6'4", 230 pounds, I would go with Jacoby Brissett. But I would, someone no knock to you, brother, but you need to get with somebody that can help you go over your where you making your
they were like,
mistakes.
I think they were like 2-2 or did they win any games since he went hurt?
Because the way that he be playing sometimes is like, yo, he could be a lot better than that, man. If his mechanics were there, and then like he could see the
Yeah,
field of play and make the right reads and everything when he's out there on the field and cut down on certain things. Like, dude could be dope, but maybe I just see things differently, you know.
yeah, true. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends on which way you're going. If you got your quarterback, you know you're going to draft, then yeah, I get rid of him, get probably for something out of at least a draft pick. But the main important 325 game, the NFL game of the week,
Talk about it. Talk
Chicago
about it.
Bears rolling into Lambeau Field for the Green Bay Packers.
Talk
Fuck y'all
about it. Talk about
motherfuckers.
it.
Oh, Bears 9-3, Packers 8-3-1, fighting for the top spot in the NFC North and low key
Ba-da-bum, ba-dum-bum.
NFC Conference.
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum.
Should be a good
Ba-da-bum,
game, man.
ba-da-bum,
Uh,
bum,
one
bum, bum, bum.
one of the most important games in the last 5, 10 years between the Bears and the Packers. We actually good on both sides, so A lot of teams, both teams talking crap, talking shit. But man, I'm gonna roll with keep rolling. Might as well keep rolling. And with the Chicago Bears, man, I got the
Going with
money
the
in the
Bears,
game.
man. How much money you can put on? You said $20 you put on there?
We'll go 20, 20, twin. Wow.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We're gonna put
Bring
up
back.
some dubs. We're gonna put up a dub on the game. We're gonna put a dub, a rubber dub on this bitch. I don't have much to say, but fuck the Packers.
Yeah, but no, yeah, skip fuck the Packers, man. Like, y'all can eat a dick and die. Uh, y'all fans too as well. Fuck y'all. And then, all I know is we y'all better hope y'all better win because Monday come and the Bears won. Oh man, we finna be. I saw some dudes from like ESPN Milwaukee,
Mojo gonna be talking
like
crazy. There's a bunch of
Mojo,
motherfuckers. Everybody
Mojo,
gonna be going crazy
Tony
if they
Baker,
win.
all that. But I saw these dudes on like ESPN Milwaukee, like their little Twitter account, and they were trying to do like belt to ass, like snap the belts, but they couldn't even snap the belts. Where I'm like, oh,
Cause
we
y'all
got
weak
this
as
one.
hell. Y'all weak as
We,
hell. Y'all weak as hell. Y'all don't know how to snap no belt. I learned how to snap a belt when I was like 9 years old, bro.
them boys, them balls was.
That's easy. Y'all weak as hell. Y'all Packers, y'all getting y'all ass beat, man. Hey, salute to you, Michael Parsons, but fuck you sideways. You know what I mean? With a camera up your ass. But I'm going with the Bears, man. I'm riding roughshod with the Bears. We gonna run all down the field. We gonna throw the ball down the field. Um, Caleb, we just need you to make sure that your accuracy is good for this game. Uh,
Yeah,
you
that's gonna
gotta
be key.
from
They're
what
gonna
I've
be.
seen, they said from what I've seen and heard, he can make every throw there is to make. He's exceptional at it, but it's all about just being able to read the field and putting it together, brother. I've been saying that for the past few weeks. You just need your accuracy to get to be better, and make the right reads down the field. I know you want to throw the perfect throw, but there's no such thing, brother. Find the guys. If you got a tink and dink and you got to hit the guys underneath, go with that. But if you got the right guy and you got him down the field, make that right read, man. Let's get this shit going.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that game the most tomorrow. Anything before that and after that, I ain't gonna care.
Yeah, I'm not the best
Um,
football guy, but I'm going with the motherfucking Bears.
and then Sunday night game it should be a good game as well. Like one of my hooping teams from the week, Houston,
Woo!
Texas.
I think I'm outside. Keith, are you outside for this game or you staying home?
I'll probably stay at home for this one. Something
Yo,
about
weak ass. You weak as hell, bro.
Sunday night game, bro.
You weak as hell, bro. You gonna leave me
Uh,
outside by myself again, man? You weak as hell.
on
Go
a
ahead,
Sunday
talk about
night,
the game.
I
Go
can't
ahead.
do Sunday nights, man. I'm cool. Um, I feel like Jesus. I need my rest day.
Go ahead, get your rest
No,
in
yeah,
there,
but
man.
yeah, Houston, Texas, 75, like we talked about earlier.
Mm.
Versus the Kansas City Chiefs, 6-6.
Damn.
Man,
Damn.
this is one of them games because like the
Do we
Texans.
gotta pick a game? Do we gotta pick a winner for this game though, bro? Do we gotta do this, man?
Yeah, man, we got to, man. Good, like kind of gun in your head type situation. But I mean, unless you want to both pick a tie where they both go tie, that's possible. But
Mm-mm.
because I mean, the Texans just snuck back above them in the playoff standing, and I'm sure they want to try to keep the Texans. I mean, to keep the Chiefs out of the playoffs as much as possible. Because every time the Chiefs play the Texans, they lose. The Texans,
Damn.
that is. So, Chiefs,
Damn.
they're home. They gotta win this game. They lost to the Dallas last week on Thanksgiving. Ah, man.
Damn.
And every time I pick the Chiefs, they lose. So I'm gonna
Every
go with
time
the
I pick the Chiefs, they lose, bro.
so
Damn.
I'm gonna go with the Texans this time.
Okay, so let me ask you, so because you're more the football guy, the lineup for the Texans, wide receiver, running back, tight end, are they healthy?
The wide receiver kind of like they got Nico Collins still, but they had another guy last year. He kept getting hurt or like he got shot too as well, but he's not playing this year. But everybody else on the receiver tip and Dalton Schultz, the tight end is healthy. They running backs, Joe Mixon has been out all year, so he's not healthy.
Okay.
They got Nick Chubb and this rookie Woody Marks, who been filling in nicely. So they got a healthy enough team. It's a defense that that's they worry about the most is like they healthy and they hitting their stride right now. They playing like one of the best defenses that they expected to be in the beginning of the year, but they was kind of off and on.
Okay, so defense is solid then.
Yeah, so like that's why they've been winning the last few games because their defense been actually been coming through and like balling and coming up clutch in these games. So this is where like I want to give it to the Chiefs like they beat the Texans any other time, but this is
Damn.
if there's any time where the Chiefs look kind of vulnerable, and maybe I kind of want to get them up out of here. I want to see somebody else try to win some this year. So like I said, the last few times I picked the Chiefs, they have not come through. So until then, I'm gonna pick the Texans on this one.
Damn, man. You going with the Texans.
Yeah. I rock with Pat Mahomes.
I fuck with Pat, but CJ
Andy
Stroud is a
Reid.
motherfucker, man. CJ Stroud is a motherfucker. Um,
Yeah, the way the Texans playing right now,
man.
it's gonna be hard to deny. Who you got?
Damn, bro.
Hope they ain't fuck you up, man. Hope
Oh
they
shit,
ain't
the
fuck you
chorus chorus done fell out the podcast. Oh shit, it's over with. Damn, I didn't get a chance to make my pick.
up.
Damn. Um, Texans versus Chiefs. Chiefs, man. Every time I pick them, bro, it just
Right? That's what I'm saying.
fuck, bro.
I don't want to keep getting wrong, being wrong with them. I rock with them, but
The
it's
spread
like
is KC by 4.5. Money line Houston plus
they
170.
they in Kansas City too.
They are in Kansas City. Damn, bro.
When they got tickets as
This
low
is
as
good though,
32.
because I don't know who to pick.
Yeah.
I don't know who to pick, and I really don't. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. Fuck it. I'm gonna stay with Pete. I'm gonna stay with my homie. I'm gonna stay with the homie.
All right. So yeah, we already
Blood,
that's
blood,
locked in.
blood, blood. One blood, one blood, one blood,
Bear
one blood,
down.
one blood. Bear
And we'll
down.
see next week
Chicago
who
Bears.
really the ones. But
Unless Keith want to do one during the week to catch y'all up after that Sunday, after that Monday night game. But that's all right with me. It don't matter.
but that's it for the NFL part. But
No,
we got
you gotta do the Chargers versus
oh yeah
Eagles
yeah yeah
game.
yeah yeah. I missed the Monday night game. Monday night.
I guess you said fuck that game, huh?
Eagles. That's them birds. And what the hell is a charger? A phone charger? No,
Boom.
them boats,
The
8-4
boats.
versus the Eagles, 8-4. Man, that's because the thing is like, what's his name? The quarterback for the Chargers,
Justin
Herbert.
Herbert.
I think they say he had like a something in his hand that was broken. That he had to have surgery. They
Really?
said, yeah, but they said he's trying to play this Monday though
Oh
still.
we.
And
Oh
then the
we.
Eagles, we just bopped their ass last week. They got bopped the last 2 weeks
Fuck the Eagles. Fuck them
against
birds. Boy, we
against the
had y'all for
Cowboys.
Thanksgiving, boy. We had y'all ready for Thanksgiving, boy. Y'all was leftovers. They was
We had
they ain't doing nothing but picking at y'all by now, boy.
we made
It was just leftovers.
we
We
bopped
jerked
them so
that bird.
hard.
God damn.
We got one of the receivers juicing now. He said he been juicing the last 4 or 5 days. Got a real juicer, apple,
Oh, okay.
oranges, like he just juicing shit now. I'm like, oh okay.
Okay.
That's what happened to Bears when them bop y'all. Either
I'm
people get fired or somebody got to start changing their whole life. But now, man, this one again because I don't like.
gonna go with the Chargers.
Yeah, man. I don't see Eagles. This is one of them games where I think Saquon Barkley gonna get off. Like
Well,
he's doing
okay,
he do a game to go crazy.
explain it. Do they have a good run defense on the Chargers?
Yeah, like they still got Khalil Mack. They still got nice little Joey. Is Joey not Joey Buster's not there no more, but they got decent solid defense. Like they keeping you in the game. But it just depends on if Herbert could sling that thing or not, or if he turn the ball over really.
Okay.
But yeah,
Do they have the type of defense that can keep these guys from getting up and down the field with was it Swift? Not Swift, with Devontae Smith.
the law firm Smith and Brown.
Yeah, Smith and Brown, the law firm of Smith and Brown. Can you keep them guys from getting down the field? Do they have that type of defense?
When they want to, yeah, they are. Usually, what's his name? Harbor, Jim Harbor. Is it Jim or is it
Harborough
Harborough? Is it John or is it Jim?
or
I think
Harbaugh, right?
Jim.
Harbaugh.
Yeah. So Harborough, he usually had a pretty good defense. So yes, I can see that. They can slow down the Eagles a little on offensive end for them. Yes, but I think Philly gonna figure out. They've been talked about the last couple of weeks. They egged the offensive coordinator house, Kevin Patullo. They egged his crib, so I know he probably mad and he want to probably draw up some plays that's gonna wow them, to stop them from throwing eggs. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Yeah,
Even though
I'm a recant. I'm a recant and say Eagles.
he reading eggs on y'all,
No,
man.
no, I'm a recant. I'm a recant. I'm a recant, and I'm gonna say the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't see them losing three straight games, but depending on how well Justin Herbert play. I mean, yeah, pretty much how them play. And the Patriots, Giants, 49ers, and Panthers are on bye weeks. And for my last little segment, I want to give you like six rappers' names.
Oh no, you ain't gonna do that. You
No,
ain't just
no,
gonna do that. You gotta do taking the last shot and all that. See, I see how this man be doing. He be creating
no,
segments and then he be abandoning them.
no. I
Slap
don't.
this man when y'all see
I
him,
brought
man.
the hoop and the horn. Like you gotta let that one build. Like 'cause, like every week is like different, and some people be just going through a couple bad games, and I want to see a stretch of like is he hoop or the horn. But oh yeah, the last shot and all that. That's coming next week.
Okay.
This one more of the football week. Get everybody. But this is I want to give you. I want to give you six rappers' names, and want you to see. Well, we could both do it, but like, I want you to give me the NBA counterpart or equivalent of that
Ooh,
player.
that's fire. That's fire. I like that. All right. Rappers and ballers. Let's do it. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
and just like just to throw out there, like Jay-Z, like who you have, who is the NBA equivalent or counterpart of him, and I got mines already. I just want to see who you say.
He said he was the Michael Jordan of the rap recording.
Yeah,
You understand me? He said he was a Michael Jordan of the rap recording.
I agree,
All
and
right.
that's what I got as well. Jay-Z is an MJ
I'm gonna leave
of
it at
the
that.
rap game. What do you think about Kanye? So I'm gonna give you some ones that I know you don't fuck with, and I know some you actually do fuck with.
No, that's cool. You said Kanye. Let me. So now that's a thinker. That's one you got to really think on. And ladies and gentlemen, we do not discuss this. We do not discuss this. These are his segments that he puts together. So if I was gonna say Kanye, who's a person that wants attention in the league?
That's a good way to look at it.
Yep. Yeah, that's the best way to look at it. Who's a person that needs attention all the time but wins? He probably wouldn't like it, but my answer is gonna be Dennis Rodman.
Bro, that's interesting. I got Kobe.
You got Kobe.
Yeah, like
Mm.
kind of like
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did. Oh, I see what you did there. That's fire. That's
yeah,
fire. That's fire.
because like Kobe,
Fire.
kind of copy his style for somebody. Not saying yeah, he
He
copy,
took
but like
the blueprint of Michael Jordan and he made it his own. I hear that, but Kobe wasn't a whining type of dude. He just went out and did what he's supposed to do. But go ahead.
um, I ain't gonna say he wasn't whining, but he wasn't quiet on things either.
He wasn't quiet, but
And
he wanted to win.
Kanye wasn't Kobe commercial back in
He
the day.
was. He was. He definitely was in a commercial. Definitely.
So I can see
Definitely.
a little similarity. Like they both were great. They both had championships of their own. Like Ye's first five albums is considered classics to
I'm
me,
trying to
or
see who I could put up there.
but it's other people like I can see, but like you know, Kobe had his moment where he probably wasn't the best love, most loving guy, and it takes for probably him, somebody to, for him to die for people to really show the flowers that they loved him.
Mm.
So with Ye right now, people not messing with Ye right now, but let's say if something happened to him and he died, I think people would show like, he was one of the greatest, he was one of the best. So that's why I kind of get it with that one.
Mm-mm. Okay, I hear you, but no.
And then what about Drake?
Who?
Drake.
Drake. Mm, mm. Does win. Let me see. Who would be his comparison? Mm. Damn, that's a good one, bro. That's a good one.
Maybe the ticket. I put LeBron like
You said LeBron.
because
Ooh,
LeBron do so many things so well, like passing,
ooh,
rebound,
ooh.
and it ain't just one thing. And like Drake, like he can rap, but like he sing, he know how to make songs for the girls, poppy
That's
stuff. Like,
fire. I like. Okay. I like that. I
but
like
he
that one.
but you seen holes in his game where it's like, oh, he could be the greatest, but is he
Mm-hmm.
really the greatest?
Mm-hmm.
Is
And
he?
then later on you hear about him being fake and shit like that. Um, who else could I compare him to though? Damn, I'm trying to go over all these players in my mind.
Yeah, Drake could be. Who else he could be? Mm, I mean, mm,
He could be Anthony Hardaway to me too, but I don't think Anthony Hardaway didn't win much nothing. Um, and
he,
it's no disregard to his career because he was a dope basketball player as well. Um, yeah, I no, I don't.
would you say
LeBron though.
about Larry? I mean, not Larry Bird. Magic Johnson. Help people, other people out. Let them
Mm-mm, I
shine.
couldn't call him Magic. I couldn't call
Uh,
him Magic Johnson. I couldn't
Came
call
in
him Magic
hot,
Johnson.
probably leaving that little cold.
I can't call him Magic Johnson.
Give him Drake. Like,
Damn.
you know,
I'll agree, for now, I'll
the
agree with
stats.
you.
I think it's like a stats thing. Like,
Yeah, because that's what I'm
it's
looking at. Like
hyped
he
up.
held it down for so long. You know what
He
I
also
mean?
played in the,
Yeah,
offensively more.
yeah. But he took
But
from so many other people's styles and shit too. I'm trying to like round all of that together.
Drake, like he's one of the most selling, artists of all time. But that's streaming though, not physical. Like these rappers back in like in the '90s and 2000s, you had to sell these copies, and people had to actually go buy them.
Yeah, I'm
And
trying to put it all together, like everything he did. Like who could I put in that spot with him?
that's what I got for Drake right
Well,
now.
I'll go with your LeBron, or just say
Um,
not available right now. All right. Who next?
I got Nas.
Yo, yo, stop it. Stop it, son. Stop it, son. If I have
Actually,
to say Nas,
I think there's one person that you could compare him perfectly, and it makes sense.
who would you say?
Tim Duncan,
Tim Duncan? Mm.
winner, one of the best of all time, if not the best at his
Mm-hmm.
position.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe times they're boring watching how he do things or how his
Mm-hmm.
album is, but like
That's a fact.
consistent,
That's a fact.
lyrically out, give you the best from his he lost some too, he won some, he had some big wins, he had some losses. Like I said, yeah, I see just a proven guy, and then up there with, Jordan as far as winnings, Jay.
I hear you. You said Tim Duncan.
Yeah. Maybe because like they don't wow you like when you watch them, but it's like they just you're getting quality, great play, great
Okay.
minutes,
I hear
great.
you. I hear you. I'll agree with that one. But Tim Duncan though, but who else would I want to put spot though? Nas. What basketball player would you be more like? Under the radar, you a winner, but you get the job done. Consistently doubted. That is kind of like Tim Duncan though. That's him right there. Um, Damn, bro. These are some really good ones that you put together though. I like this. I fucks with it, and I think I have to agree with you on the Tim Duncan side, bro.
It's
Damn,
got two more people. There's one I want to put out now, but this was tough. But I'm gonna get this last one. Eminem. I feel like this one's kind of
I was
obvious.
waiting on you to say that one. I was waiting on that one. Eminem.
I
I
feel
was
like
waiting
this.
on that one.
I feel like it's a kind of obvious who I would go with or we should go with.
Who was that?
Larry Bird. 'Cause, like
Larry Bird.
he if think about it, like Larry Bird is one of the coldest white boys of all time in basketball. Like if you put him on any team or on any court against these top players throughout the years, Mike, Shaq, Kobe, all of them, like he'll be known as that dude. Like he could play. You thought he'd be a nigga the way he played with this team, and he can make shots, rhyme like I mean, like he can rhyme with the best of them. He can make these shots. He can do
Yep.
certain things, and then but also like they could be easily be in the top 10, but you also find room to way them knock them up because of what they done.
I would go with that. I would run with that. I would go Larry Bird. I would go Larry Bird for Eminem. For Drake, I would go Kevin Durant.
Mm, No, I actually the last person I was gonna put Black Thought, and
Black Thought,
I
and you
had
had
Kevin.
Kevin Durant. Okay.
Yeah, because like he's literally up there with everybody else. But Kevin Durant, he can score with the best of them, but he never would get talked as the top 10 player of all time or like the greatest player of all time. He just and he only won when he was with a bigger group or a bigger, you know,
Kobe Bryant. That would be Kobe Bryant to me.
for
That,
Black
that
Dog.
would, yeah, that would be Kobe Bryant to me.
Mm,
That would be
okay.
Kobe Bryant because, yeah, yeah, my game is cold this entire time that I put out albums. When they were putting out albums, my game was cold.
Hmm.
When it switched from albums and record sales and CDs, we switched over to streaming platforms and everything. The albums never changed. We went and did uh was it Jimmy Kimmel Live or
Hmm.
Jimmy? We did Jimmy Fallon. We were rocking out as a band for Jimmy Fallon. Nothing changed. We did albums. We toured. We still did everything. They even pre-recorded episodes around us in our touring schedule and the whole entire time. And this whole time that you all been calling us a band, I was the only person on there rapping.
Hmm.
I
True.
was the only person on there rapping. So no matter what that situation is, I've been the model of consistency and I've been just as good as the guy that y'all say is the best one ever. All right? I've been just as competitive in all my music. Find me a bad verse that I did.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like with KD is like he always been like that great scorer for that team that he been on, but it's like he really got his wins when he went to Golden State, and like when Black Thought always been great rapping. His own albums is pretty good or fire.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
even
like
his latest shits are Black Thought's latest contributions as far as projects goes have been
that,
dope as well.
but it seemed like he get more praise when he with the Roots, like when he with Jimmy Fallon the Roots or
Mm-hmm.
the Tipping Point album where like
Mm-hmm.
the other Roots album where they was
And
had been known more for.
and that's why you call him Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
his championship years with the Golden State was like with the group of other people that already had like they do different things themselves. Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, Black Thought the lead rapper of that group. I feel like Kevin Durant was the lead scorer of that group, but like it was Steph's team. Like I mean, I feel like Fuji's not Fuji's. The Roots is more of I ain't gonna say anybody's team on there, but just like everybody had a different role, and Questlove had was well known more for like his because of the fro,
Yeah.
being the drummer.
He had a brand and everything.
Yeah,
So okay, I hear that.
but Black Thought a killer though. Like that's why I say he a
He a
killer
killer.
for like,
Thought is a killer.
and
Thought is a killer.
he
The
with
fact the
Jay.
fact that you named yourself Black Thought,
Yeah,
if you understand what that says, what he's encompassing, what he's calling himself, he's like, yo, that's just a crazy name to have. All
yeah.
right. So, okay, for me, Kevin Durant would be Drake, or Drake
Mm.
would be Kevin Durant because
And
I
since
was
they
dope.
messed each other
I was
that much,
okay.
right?
I was okay. But then when I got with this machine and this particular group of guys,
Yeah,
that's what launched who I am, and I became this bigger entity. And then once I became this bigger entity, I did, and I succeeded on this level. I succeeded at a very high level for a long time. Um, Record sales, all this other stuff that I had going on. And then once I left there and branched out on my own, you see me with a Brooklyn. You see me with who else? Whatever teams, the Phoenix Suns and everything. And I was being a part of everybody else's culture, winning,
Yeah.
but it didn't seem like I was really being who everybody thought I was supposed to be. I was always like a number two guy, or I wasn't stepping up to be that number one guy. But that's just me. I would have Drake as yeah, Drake would be Kevin Durant. Black Thought would be Kobe. Yeah, who else I could change Black Thought into? Um, because he got to be somebody cold, bro.
Yeah. I would say it gotta be
Gotta
somebody
be somebody
cold, but
cold,
like
bro.
they low key was like underrated, but like
Or no, I don't want to say that. I want to say Dwayne Wade, but um,
see, like I can see that
yeah, I want to say Dwayne Wade.
like he when he was like the years with Miami, the first when Shaq got there, they went to this, he started going
I
crazy.
was dope before Shaq even got here,
Yeah.
right? I was dope
And then
before
and
Shaq
then
got
and
here.
then when he went bald head and then the Olympic way, like he was going crazy. So it's
Yeah,
like I can see that.
yeah. But I'm gonna keep him on the Kobe side. I'm gonna leave him at Kobe. I'm gonna
But
leave him at
yeah,
Kobe. Larry Bird, I totally agree. That's Eminem. I totally agree. That's Eminem. I got you right there. I'm gonna shoot left-handed, right-handed. I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna be in here in a gut and in the ground with all y'all, and I'm gonna prove my worth on this court, no matter who it is that I'm playing against. Definitely, I
that,
fuck with that.
and another reason, like if let's say like if Larry Bird was like if a black man was to do the things that Larry Bird did, they will say, "Oh, he's showboating. He's being flashy, just popping, shooting threes all day." And with Eminem, like if Jay Z wrote the raps that Eminem did, would he be considered one of the
Nah, if
greatest
if if Larry Bird
content that he made
If
all
Larry
the
Bird were a black man doing the shit that he was doing, he would just be a regular black guy. He would just be a regular black guy averaging
time? A
28
regular
points
hoop,
a
yeah,
game.
exactly. Yeah,
He'd just be regular. And there's no disrespect to Larry Bird,
no,
but there were guys around who were just doing that anyway. You had Magic Johnson who was talking shit, doing all that, right? Showboating and everything.
yeah,
You just be a regular, but it's what he did, it ain't regular. It's exceptional what he did, but for him to be someone that was just like no one expected to see this white boy or this white man go out here and ball like that,
hmm
that's just a thing. But Larry Bird was dope. Larry Bird was cold as fuck. So yeah, I could see Eminem having that. Yeah, I'll get that to him. But Black Thought, yeah, Kobe would be Black Thought.
I see that. I'm not
Eh,
mad
eh,
at that.
Yeah, Kobe would be Black Thought, or it would be Dwayne Wade.
Mm. I can rock with that.
Yeah.
I can rock with that. Definitely, we do some more of these. Actually,
Hell yeah.
think
Hell
about
yeah.
because there's some players out there that still we who
Rappers
like
and ballers.
who the Steph Curry of the rap league, like
So who
who
would be Steph Curry of
changed
the
the
rap
game.
game?
Ooh, who changed the
Oh, I
game?
changed it. I changed. I want to. Damn, I can't.
Go ahead,
Damn.
go ahead.
Shit. Because now I'm thinking about that. I want to put that on Black Thought. I want to have him wear that jersey, that Steph Curry jersey.
Really? Put him on that? Okay.
Yeah.
Any particular reasons why, or just you want to think about it the next time, or
Just because there's how many people you can say rocked out with a live band. Steph changed the culture. That was a culture change. And after that, people wanted to start having live bands and instrumentation in their
okay.
songs and everything. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I can see that for sure. That's a good ass reason, actually. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I'm looking
Right.
at that now. Yeah, with Steph in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The model of consistency. And being a person that people fear lyrically in his field. Like there aren't a lot of people that will want to have Black Thought on a song unless they know that they're gonna go the fuck off. Right?
Yeah.
So when you see Steph on the court, you know that once he gets to half court, you got to guard him. Like you fear it because we know we can't just let you come up court and do whatever you want to do. You
Yeah.
understand? So yeah, yeah, I could see it being Steph for sure. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure. Definitely next time have some more. We have some more. You name some rappers you want to as well.
Ooh
Now
wee,
put me on the spot,
ooh wee.
and we'll
I
have some
love it. I
more.
love it, man. I get asked questions and shit. I don't mind it, bro. I don't mind it. I like that. I like that. Rappers and ballers. We'd call it that. Rappers and ballers.
Rappers and balls. Everybody want to
Yeah.
be a rapper. That want to be a
Yeah.
baller. A baller want to be
The
a rapper.
ballers want to be rappers and rappers want to be ballers. And it's always been that way. It's always been that way. It's been part of our culture.
But yeah, I mean, as far as that though, this week I'm good. You got anything else
Yeah.
you want to get off your chest or
So I was thinking, because we
boxing?
said we forgot to say this earlier, but I'm gonna say it now while we're doing this. Fuck the Packers, fuck the Cowboys. You understand me? Big trust. Boxing. There's a fight going on tonight in the boxing world. The main event will be Lamont Roach versus Isak Pitbull Cruz. I think that's going to be a slobber knocker. I think that's going to be a tough fight. I think we already know what Isak Cruz likes to do. He's a man that likes to throw a lot of punches. All right, he does. That's his only method of winning. He's a one-dimensional fighter. Lamont Roach is moving up to 140 pounds to fight him. He's going from 135 up to 140. Uh, I know that he's coming into this fight very confident, and he's gonna display a high level of skill and will, because from what I know about Lamont Roach, and they ain't no lie, like he'll do whatever he needs to do to win. And I think we're gonna see a very great game plan come together where he will box at times, but I think he will show that I'm gonna tame this dude, and I'm gonna go in here and show y'all why I'm one of the best. And Isak Cruz is not that big of a guy as well, so for him to be 5'3" or 5'4" to be in there, yeah, short dude at 140. He's supposed to be at 130 or 135 fighting, but he won a belt from, I forgot who it was. He beat for that belt. Rolly Romero, I think he took Rolly Romero's belt at 140, which I said I said that was gonna happen. So you could clearly see that getting ready to happen. Like, yeah, you talk all that shit about being able to punch, Rolly, but this guy throws multiple punches. He doesn't set his feet and throw one punch. He throws multiple punches. You know, he touches you, and he's always trying to touch you until he can mount up and catch you and fuck you up. So I believe that it'll be a beautiful display of skill and savagery, and I got Lamont Roach boxing and banging him and tying him up and winning a fight. Shit, it might produce a knockout. Stephen Fulton will be fighting Oshaki Foster. Shock, my fault. Oshaki Foster. Shock, what up? Texas, what's happening? I got that fight being a beautiful blend of boxing and boxing punching. I believe that both these guys will do the same thing, and it will end up being a boxing match. I don't know who's going to win this fight at 130. I'm not sure, but I believe it's going to be a beautiful boxing match between both those guys. I believe it'll be a beautiful boxing exhibition.
Yeah.
Who do I have winning that fight? I would love to say Stephen Fulton this time, but I really don't know. Fuck it, I'm gonna say Stephen Fulton will win the fight by outboxing Shock. Shock has the advantage to me because he's being doubted and no one's taking him serious. But the
Yeah.
only thing is that showed me something recently was that he talked a lot of shit about Stephen Fulton being a fat boy and all this other stuff. That's why he's
Mhm.
moving up. And then when they weighed in the other day, he was over about 2 pounds.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Stephen Fulton. I think he's been back in the gym with the Raheem brothers, and I think that Bozy has been in his corner as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Stephen Fulton winning that by boxing decision, and then I'm gonna pick. Damn, I'm gonna stand on. I'm gonna say Lamont Roach is gonna win by decision as well. So I forgot the rest of that card.
Yeah,
Anything you
I
want
think
to
I
say while I
saw.
look it up?
No, I think I saw. Was it that it's a Shane Mosley Jr.? Is that Sugar Shane Mosley's son?
Sugar Shane Mosley's son. Yeah,
Okay, got
yeah.
it. So I see he's supposed to be fighting too. I don't know who though. I forgot who it was, but is he decent? Like is he
He
anything like his
he
daddy?
he's exactly no, he's not nothing like his dad. He's exactly what you said though. He's decent. He's nothing like his father, but he's
Gotcha.
a decent fighter, bro. Oh man, some other fights happening overseas and shit. I ain't even know about. I should be watching them.
Damn that.
Yeah, on the zone.
Okay.
It's one of those European cars that's happening.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to find out the information for because I know these guys don't really get along, bro. These boxing companies, they really don't get along, so they don't really promote each other's boxing fights that often, unless it's gonna be on like Netflix and they have to promote it.
Oh, did
Um,
you see like the I think was it the WBC stripping? Crawford his belts because of the sanction fees or something like that, or was it WBO? One of them.
WBC, Suleiman,
Yeah,
Mauricio
yeah, 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 yeah,
Suleiman.
yeah, yeah. They switched
Nothing,
it.
nothing like his father. Did I say it right? Mauricio Suleiman. Nothing like his daddy as far as that goes. So, that was Jose Suleiman. Yeah. So let me see. The card is December. All right. Oh, yikes. So the prelims are Frank the Ghost Martin versus Rancis Bartholomew. That can go two ways. That can be, and I'm not sure if that's a 50-50 fight for me. The Ghost hasn't fought in a while, and he's coming back against a guy who's been waiting for a fight. So who one guy's a banger in Bartholomew, and then Frank the Ghost Martin is more of a boxer puncher. So that fight could go either way. Wow. Okay, yeah. That's the prelim card that starts at 4:30. So that starts in a couple hours as well. Um, boom. So yeah, but who else is on that card? Who else is on that card, brother? Shane Mosley. Oh, he's facing Jesus Ramos, a guy that I like.
Mm,
Jesus Ramos is a come forward fighter, and he
yeah,
whoops ass. So yeah, they face off a high stakes showdown. Who you got? I'm going with Ramos over Shane Mosley. If
yeah,
Shane can get on his toes and box and stay the boxer, then he'll be able to tame Jesus Ramos. But if he cannot, Jesus is just gonna walk him down and punish him and beat him up until he caves in.
yeah,
That's how that fight's gonna go. But Shane is a guy that you can kind of push into a fight and he'll fight back.
true.
If you can push him into a fight, he'll fight back.
Okay, cool. All right.
Let me see who else is on that card, bro. So I don't miss nobody. Pitbull, Roach, Fulton Foster. Oh, Landi Lara is fighting on this card as well. He'll be there fighting. So Landi Lara is fighting at 160 pounds. He's fighting Johan Gonzalez. I'm just gonna say that he's gonna win at Landi Lara at 40 something years old, I believe. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Mm,
Let me see. Landi Lara. They don't have his age on here. Wait. All right. Nope. I believe that he's gonna win this fight. Johan Gonzalez, I don't know much about. 34. He's 30. He's had 40 fights, 36 wins, 4 losses. He's had 34 KOs. They went and got somebody that can back up Arislandi Lara, who's more of a boxer, which is interesting because you could end up with Lara being older, the older fighter, like 41, 42 years old, I believe. If he can catch up to him, you can put him out. You just beat him up enough and he'll go out, which is what I'm guessing that's expecting is
yeah.
gonna happen with him. So yeah, yeah. But I got Jesus Ramos beating Shane Mosley Jr. Um, yeah, that may be a good that should be a good scrap as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely, hell yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole card right there.
Nice. I'm gonna try to catch up with that later myself. There's some college football games on the night too. Championship like
Yeah, yeah,
conference championship games. So right
yeah.
now,
That
Georgia and Alabama right now, and then Ohio State play somebody.
okay,
Ohio State and Indiana, top two teams in the NCAA. So should be some good games tonight
okay.
too.
Yeah, that early part of the prelim card, since it starts at 4:30, 4 o'clock, that prelim card they might even have that on YouTube. So I may check that out shortly to see if it's actually playing. Um, yeah. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Keith, if you have anything else to say, let me know.
No, fuck the Packers. That's it. Bear down. We got this one this week.
Bear,
Baby. We gotta win.
Chicago Bear.
On the
Mm.
road to victor. But they all have the same like on the road to victor. I feel like all the Philadelphia Eagles.
Everybody copy the same shit, bro. Everybody copy the whole thing. This
Yeah.
the go, fly Eagles fly, go
Go Pack,
pack
bro.
go. Man, what the fuck is a Packer? You fudge Packer.
And some getting packed in. They getting
The fuck? You cheese Packer.
some fun boys getting packed in.
Man. I
But
tell
no,
you
yeah,
what though, y'all getting packed the fuck up and getting the fuck up out of here on Sunday. Somebody go get some good gift wrapping because we gonna wrap you motherfuckers up and ship y'all asses back to that motherfucking or keep y'all over there in that state. Well, matter of fact, we gonna send y'all packing on a
Yeah.
vacation. Weak asses. Bear down, bitch.
Right now.
Remember the mission statement when striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. Bear down, bitch.